Hello and welcome to Shadow the Broker 25, Spoils of War. I am your GM, Jack, and with me I have a unusually small amount of players, but amount of players nevertheless. We have Matthew, Kyle, Jeff, and Brendan. You know what? Yeah, we can go ahead and move on to introductions. Matthew, your character is going to come in a little bit later, so we'll save that for when he comes in, but let's just go ahead and start with Jeff.
I'm playing R0C-K4, known as Rocky, codename Rocky as well now. He was an LEVO police droid on a small asteroid prison colony, dodged a memory wipe, and has sort of been on the run in the galaxy, exploring, learning things, and developing his personality, which eventually brought him into the employ of the broker, for obvious reasons. And so he's been sort of traveling about, doing sort of the broker says, working now with Borga, and he just recently got a new body upgrade. So he's very happy to have that. He received it from Jeppo Sr., the designs, and then our own mighty intellect built it for him.
Yes, and that was a fun time had by all. Brandon, did you already flip one for Saber, or because I know you?
Done.
And speaking of, let's move over to Brandon with Saber for introductions.
I am playing Saber Sintel. He is a Zygerian Neiman disciple. It has been learned that is the last heir of the House Sintel, the rulers of Zygeria, who have been deposed by the Slavers Union after some events happened in the Clone Wars, including the assassination of his mother. That happened whenever he was a toddler, and he spent some time in the Outer Rim after crash landing on a planet, raised by a Jedi, has his own Force sensitivity, out for revenge mostly now, so he's pretty dark-sided at the moment. Maybe someone can redeem him out there. Yeah, that's Saber Sintel.
I look forward to contributing to that. Not. Finally, Kyle.
Alright, hi, I'm Kyle. I'm playing the lovely Fime, codename Siren. She was a professor on DAC, the Montclair homeworld, for a while, before she was caught selling basically grades for credits, you know. She needed some more money. Who doesn't, right? But anyway, she was disgraced and ended up having to leave, and ended up under the employ of their broker through contrived circumstances I've never really explored deeply because I'm bad at backstory. But I'm going to try and bring back her voice because the last couple times I think I've been having trouble with it. But I saw some notice, eh? Alright. That's me. And Fi. Fo, Fum.
Alright, and we're saving Matthew's character for a little bit, so I guess I'll just go ahead and roll obligation. 98. Oh, I bet that just sails right over this group. Yeah, not even close. No one has to deal with anything.
No Inquisitorius.
Time to spend strain like it's going out of style.
Yeah, seriously.
And Erdo isn't coming. So yeah, I'll still roll morality. I can fit that in.
We should be doing Saber's duty though too, right? He has a whole 5% chance.
Oh, I didn't even know he had duty. Yeah, we can roll that first.
I have duty to the broker.
No, that's always awkward to deal with. Nope. Close, but no cigar.
Oh. Okay. And then I morality for the end.
Oh, yep, hit the balance point.
Wow.
Oh, wow, that's the first time I've ever seen it hit 100. So why don't you take a picture? Anyway. Alright, so moving on to the adventure itself, the team finds itself aboard the Sunflare. And, once again, Balkan calls for everyone to meet him near the lab. But when everyone does arrive, they find that it's not just Balkan standing by the holotank ready to give them his personal missions that never pay a lot, they find that 3 holograms are arrayed around the tank. I'll go ahead and move that over. And they see that it is Riam from Isotech, Kratala, who is currently working with Balkan as part of his research team, and Borga the Hutt, all arrayed around the tank, along with the Droll himself. And in the center of the tank, projected for all to see, is a planet. And orbiting that planet, you see like a half crescent moon, and nearly everyone who's had any experience with galactic events at all knows that it is the Death Star, which means that the planet in focus is Yavin IV. Agents. Oh, I can't do a Hutt voice at all, but I'll try. Agents. We have found a unique device on the planet Yavin IV. Maybe. Sorry, that was actually meant to be Kratala who cut in, but I can't. I can't. Okay, I'm gonna do it normal voice because I just can't do voices. I wish I could do what Kyle could do, and I can't. So Kratala just cuts in. Maybe. I calculated the orbital drift, and with the information provided to me by Balkan, there may be a chance something interesting is on Yavin IV. And Riam then cuts in, which is why we have you here. We need you to go check something out for us. High risk, high reward, I say.
What kind of high reward? Rock inquires inquisitoriously.
Well, and this is Balkan speaking, after talking to Kratalia about the Death Star, seeing as it was rather important technological achievement while she was stuck on Chelgana, we then were able to discover that the battle station had several message pods built into it for following standard Imperial procedure. These message pods could contain anything from regular correspondence between head officials to very interesting bits of data. It was believed, or rather, frankly, I believed, after getting the information I got from the rebels, that all the pods were collected by either the Empire, the rebels, or some criminal element that managed to insert themselves after the Battle of Yavin IV. However, after going over the plans, we realized that there may be one message pod yet unaccounted for, and if we're correct, it landed on the planet itself.
Oh, I
You
mean, so
haven't-
what's the kind of Imperial presence on there now? You got the real patrols and all that?
Well, after the Empire struck back against the rebels, they garrisoned the planet quite heavily. So there is a very large Imperial presence. However, it is mostly in orbit. They're using it as a staging ground for their operations in the Outer Rim. The planet itself has a large military base, but on the scale of the planet, it's not global. There are a lot of regions that are still widely undominated.
Any idea as to where this thing may have touched down?
According to our calculations, regarding the Death Star's explosion and any orbital drift that the Moon experienced because of its main body, Yavin, we believe it's located somewhere on the northern continent. It shares the continent with the Imperial base, but it is closer to the fringe, which, according to our best information, and this is Borga speaking, is still ungarrisoned by the Empire.
So that's still a wide area. What sort of detection procedures have you recommended?
Cortala and I have whipped up a device that should pick up the message pod's emergency beacon, which, while appears in comparison to its primary beacon, will no doubt still be functioning. All you have to do is get in within a certain range, and the device will tell you when it has located the pod.
And why couldn't the Imperials have exploited that?
Due to the pod's location on the Death Star, it seems that they believed it was destroyed when the station was destroyed. It was rather hard to calculate its survival, but we do believe it is made of sterner stuff than the armored plating, which means it probably didn't get destroyed.
So you're saying it was probably protected more significantly because it has more significant information?
Well, that was something on the wall, so that chest on me.
Well, let's not beat around the bush. We do not know 100% if the pod actually survived. We just know that if it did, it can be found here.
So what are the extraction plans for it then? When we find it, is it possible for us to just sort of drag it to a landing zone, or are we going to need something else to be able to move it?
You will be provided with everything you require, and in fact, that probably goes into. We can probably go into greater detail about by giving you the mission briefing right now. And then the hologram showing Yavin IV cuts away to show. Yeah, I can go ahead and switch that over. Oh, wait, nope, that is the wrong thing. It's this thing. It cuts over to show a small asteroid base. And alongside it, a Lambda-class shuttle. This is the work of my own creation, Borga interrupts. It is my own private facility, and on board we have procured a Lambda-class shuttle commonly used by the Empire. This will be the ship you use to insert and extract yourselves and the pod from Yavin IV.
Do you have the proper clearance codes with it?
We do. And also, Isotech has been working on a scanner scrambler, which means, as we currently believe, this will pan out with the shuttle arriving over Yavin IV, passing on the correct clearance codes to the fleet in orbit, and then proceeding down to the planet. However, once you cross over into the atmosphere, they will expect you to visit either the primary garrison or one of the mining bases they're operating on the planet. You will not. You will instead activate the scanner scramblers, which will keep the Imperial garrison or the ships in orbit from detecting you as you move to a location closer to where we believe the pod landed.
How will you be disrupting communication between the orbital blockade and the military base on the ground? Because if there's a disconnect in information, or is the garrison is unaware, or the garrison is made aware that a ship entered orbit and has not docked with them yet, they may send search parties looking.
They may, but the planet is so large that by the time they even came close to finding you, you should be long gone. This will not interrupt communications between the fleet or the garrison. It will simply remove you from their scanners.
And we're sure it works?
I've tested this hundreds of times on my own vessels. It works without a hitch, says Riam.
I'm game.
We have equipped the ship with several necessities we believe you'll need trekking through the wilderness of Yavin IV, and also, what's the word? Repulsor sled that will help you carry the pod once you find it. As long as the Imperials are kept unaware, this should be relatively simple.
If I had a nickel for every time I heard that, it'd actually be like a credit. Well, the pod's not going to find itself.
We have a task. Let's go.
Yes, when you take your ship to this base to pick up the Lambda-class shuttle, I will have one of my personal operatives waiting there to assist you. His name is Urus Vey, and I think you will find him quite agreeable.
What's one more to our motley band of brigands and misfits and ruffians?
Wait, did I miss it? What's the payout on this, eh?
Yes, yes. Should everything be collected as predicted, which means you must bring the ship back as well, I believe your pay shall amount to 20,000 credits.
It's pretty good.
Kind of glad
That's
Hawk's
out of
not here to
character.
try to gank all of it.
Saber doesn't care about credits, but he'll take it.
All right, that's quite a payout, eh? Must be worth quite a bit, eh?
I'm sure Borga, well, any of them would be the rebellion would be interested in this as well. If there's a middleman.
That's
Yes.
a good question. I'm sorry. Continue.
No, what was the question?
Is there a rebellion presence on the planet?
Borga kind of shrugs, Riam doesn't seem to know, and Kratala kind of flashes an eye at Balkan. And all he says is, if there are any rebels operating on the planet, I was not kept appraised of them, which, frankly, the rebels wouldn't do anyway, since I'm not part of that division.
They could throw a huge, what's the term? A huge hydro spanner into our hyperdrive if we meet up with them, because they may be have come to the same conclusions that you have, and are looking for that missing pod. So what are our rules of engagement if we encounter the rebels?
Everyone just seems to shrug. You're free to deal with them however you wish, but we do not wish to share the data on the pod.
Kill on sight. Got it. Works for me.
Alright, so if there are no more questions, the sun flare with the coordinates provided takes you to Borga's base, and there you find a relatively empty hangar bay, except for like a few pirate fighters and the Lambda class shuttle. And in the hangar by the Lambda, you see Urtus Vey, and this is where Matthew you can come in to introduce your character.
Okay. Urtus Vey was born on Srilor with all the other weak ways, and basically his whole life he's been dealing with the fact that he's like bigger than most weak ways and has a really bad rage issue, and he sought counsel by the village shaman who basically helped him, and then when he got older told him that he needs to find a way off of it to off the planet to try and combine both sides, his gentle childlike side and his like anger side. So he sold himself into slavery to get off world, and basically a hut thought it was a big bargain since it kind of sponsored him, thinking that with his size that he would be great for the arena, but didn't realize he was purchasing a gentle giant. So in order to get money out of him, he basically used gunjack spice, which turns Urtus Vey into basically a giant Hulk who doesn't understand or know what he's doing. It kind of turns off the childlike behavior of him, and so he used that to kind of excel in the arena and became champion. And then Chim Chim would visit the arena multiple occasions to gamble on money, and along with some of his pirate friends, and won quite a bit of money from him, and basically saw he was kind of in pain with all the damage and carnage he was wrecking, so offered to get him a job with the broker, and here he is.
All right, and so with that all out of the way, and everyone not trusting each other.
Well, I do have a question. How tall is Urtus Vey?
6'7" and about 260 pounds.
He's a big one. He's big for Weequay then, isn't he?
Yeah.
He's over 6 foot. Really big. Ooh.
trying to remember how tall I made Saber. It's probably like 5'11". Hey, 5'11 exactly. Wow, I can remember things.
And basically, when we walk in the hangar, you notice he's extremely huge, but you notice he's also crying and just muttering to himself about that Chim Chim said he would be here.
Yeah, Saber just raises an eyebrow to that and doesn't really acknowledge him otherwise.
I'll approach Erisfey and go, what seems to be the matter, friend?
Chim Chim said he'd be here on mission.
Well, that's all right. You'll see the little furry dude later, but right now we've got work to do. And if you do a good job, I'm sure Chim Chim will be very happy.
Okay. So while Uris sulks in the corner about not being able to go on this mission with Chim Chim, which believe me, we all are, the Lambda class shuttle, which I guess you should give it a name. The clearance code that it has
Ramrod.
recognizes it as the.
I'm sorry, I love Super Troopers, so anytime I get the chance to name a car or a ship or anything, it always just goes straight to Ramrod.
Too late. It is called the Relent.
Aww. Next time,
Yes,
Rocky.
yes, I'll keep that in mind.
Car Ramrod.
Anyway, the shuttle arrives over Yavin IV, and you are able to see large pieces of debris floating around in a belt that kind of not only circles the planet, but also the gas giant Yavin in the background. And you can tell that Imperial ships are surrounding the larger pieces of debris, and they apparently are trying to convert them into their own space stations. But regardless, the Imperial Navy is here in force, and you are quickly hailed if someone wants to decide to be the speaker while I pull this up.
Oh, I can help you, eh?
Oh, God. You're so dead.
You're at least human, right? So.
I like to speak on comms.
It's an Imperial accent.
Tell me more about Chim Chim. I'll lead him sort of towards the back of the shuttle away from the comms.
All right. Well, on the comms you hear, this is the Star Destroyer Basilisk to incoming Imperial shuttle. Identify yourself and purpose.
Oh, this is the rat. We're doing spark supply your mining facility, something like that, eh? I'm sending over the codes.
The comm goes silent for a long minute. You can see that the Star Destroyer, probably the Basilisk, the one that's hailing you, is moving overhead, and it's dispatched several fighters to try and intercept you. However, in mid-flight, they break off and move back towards the Star Destroyer. No, not on board the ship. This is Basilisk. You are cleared for landing, Relent.
Right, like you, eh?
Alright. And the Relent enters the atmosphere, and I'll leave it up to personal choice if you want to continue the plan that was laid out for you and activate the scanner jammer, which will make your ship disappear from the Empire's scanners.
Activate the jammer scanner. Give them the raspberry!
Yeah.
And unfortunately, a large jar of grape flies out of the bottom of the ship.
It's never raspberry.
Apparently, Barker has a different sense of taste. But all right, the jammer does activate, and well, you can't see anything, but as far as you can tell, you're also not receiving any messages from the fleet, so they apparently have lost you.
And we're not being shot out of the sky, which is important.
Yes, that is true. And so at the moment, the Relent is flying through the atmosphere of Yavin IV, and you know the relative position of where the pod should be. Now, the jammer isn't going to be able to keep your ship hidden from the scanners forever. It has a power limit. However, when the ship's power is cut, they won't be able to detect it anyway because it has no signature. So they'll have to rely on sight and your previously known location. So at the moment, you can choose how well you can hide the relent as you bring it into... Well, remember, Borga said that the payment relied on bringing the ship back.
And how are we going to get the pod off-world if we have no ship? That's kind of important.
Well, obviously we get a Star Destroyer to bring back to Chum Chum.
Hell no. If we go through the trouble of actually taking and stealing a Star Destroyer for ourselves, I'm not giving it to that furry little bugger. He can go steal his own.
Do you think he would be? You think he would be happy or pissed off that like we stole it and he didn't get the opportunity to steal it?
I'll just pull one down from atmosphere. It'll be fine.
He'll be happy to see one. Then he'll be pissed that we stole it. Then he'll be even more pissed we're not going to give it to him. Make that little furry bugger work for his Star Destroyer.
Okay. So, since you have control of this shuttle, you can control where it lands. However, how easily it can be seen depends on where you land it, and how easy it is to land depends on where you put it. So basically, I'm asking whoever wants to pilot to make a piloting space check, but the difficulty of the check depends on how well you want to hide it. It's like the difficulty you pick to land it is the difficulty it will take for ships flying by to see it.
Are there any massive piles of junk here?
You notice several large pieces of what probably is debris from the Death Star on the planet.
Does anyone actually have any skill in piloting by chance?
Could I do a survival check to maybe lower our difficulty if I could find a good like wilderness spot that might naturally hide it? Or at least give a boost to the check.
You know, Faye would do the impossible check.
So but what you'd be asking basically is a boost to your landing and a setback to sight.
Yeah.
Yes.
Yeah, I'd see that. You can use your survival to either give a boost, to give a boost and add a setback to the landing and search checks, respectively. Now, if you want, you can make it a simple check, but that'll make it a simple check to find the ship.
Yeah. So does anyone have more than 2 green?
Rock has 1.
I have 2.
Oh, wow. I think we have an issue here.
We all have 2 green.
Yeah.
There goes our 1 destiny point.
Can we do a co-piloting check?
Can I do fire discipline?
You know what? I'd let you do co-piloting.
Yeah, you know, let's make it a hard check, and then Saber, you do the co-piloting check.
Okay. Unfortunately, I should have. You never think you're gonna need like the piloting enhance. Like enhance, the tree actually has piloting in it, so you can go down and get like add your force points to piloting. But I'm like, when would I ever use that? And suddenly, like right now. Okay.
Yeah.
So
Glad I could be that kind of GM.
All those force points to waste.
Yeah.
I'm
So
gonna spend the destiny point on my check just so.
yeah, that's fine. So is it hard co-pilot or is it average? I don't remember.
Co-pilots always average.
Yeah, it's an average check, and the successes make it. That's what changes the check.
Mm. Well, Rock, do you want to add a boost to my check, and then Urus can add a boost to Phi's check?
Teamwork.
Yeah.
I'm not. So fire discipline can do that, right? And that's under leadership.
No. You're just giving him
Unskilled assistance.
Oh yeah, I'll do that.
Actually, while you're doing that, for Urus, I'm going to make it a hard survival check just to see if you can find a place that's easy to get into, but hard to look in.
Okay, I'll save my piloting until we actually find the location.
Yeah, okay. You see a place that's that has some deep foliage, and looks like it's high enough that the ship can duck under it. But you have no idea, because like you can see it, but you can't. And yeah, you don't exactly know how well that spot's going to be, but you do see a spot.
I'll point out and be like, Chum Chum, teach me woods.
I'm gonna tell Saber. I'm gonna get really close to Saber. I'm gonna land it on the planet, and that's gonna give a boost.
See this big green thing below us? Put it there.
Put it there.
Yeah, Saber seems very awkward in the co-pilot seats as he tries to provide this assistance.
I'll slap him in the back and say, lighten up, kid.
Yeah, there we
Oh.
go.
Hey,
Downgrade.
All right, so that
downgrade
makes
to
it
what?
an average check, I think, right?
Yes.
Okay.
Oh, hey.
Whoa.
And oh wait, and roll a boost because I was going to say that Urus gave you that much. Okay, so take the threat of strain because I'm uncreative tonight. But yes, you did land the ship, and it does look like the foliage around it is somewhat thick enough that just a random tie flying overhead will have to actually try and look through it to see the ship.
Are there any other sort of like large bushes or other like long branches or things that I can probably maybe try to climb, like the natural trees or whatever, break off and then put them on the ship?
Yes, I'd say you see that the branches further up that aren't directly covering the ship can probably be cut down and used as natural camouflage. But I'd make that a hard athletics check to get up there. Actually, that just be the climb. So it'd be hard upgraded once.
Okay, hold on. My proficiency die don't seem to want to work.
Oh, great! Another roll.
Oh, there we go. Now it works. So just a hard one to climb?
Yeah, hard. Yeah, 1 red, 2 purple.
Oh, 1 red, 2 purple. Sorry. I'll re-roll that. Ignore that roll.
Next one fails.
No, I still got it.
Certainly doesn't do as well though. All right, you managed to get on top of one of a relatively large branch and put yourself in a good position. So roll. It's thick wood, so I'd make it. Yeah, I'd make it a daunting, either brawl or athletics. I'll let you pick, and I'll upgrade it again. Oh, and I'll let you take a boost die for your climb. You already put a few notches in it on your way up.
I'm going to secure myself to the tree with the climbing gear, with my climbing gear, so that I don't fall with the branch.
How far up
Daunting is it's 4 purple, right, or is it 5?
1 red, 3 purple.
Okay,
Yes.
that's what I thought. So I'm going to use my brawl to try to karate chop it down.
All right, and you're able to cut it down, and it falls on top of the ship right then and there, but it doesn't seem like it caused any damage to the ship, and it does
Yeah,
appear to be
Saber would guide it down if it seems like it's falling too fast.
Yeah, if you had got to spare, that's what that would have been. I would have let Saber try and catch it. All right, let's say that adds. Okay, so yes, the ship does seem to blend into its surroundings a bit better.
So that's probably adding setback, right?
Yeah,
Okay.
but I'm not going to tell you how many. All right, so you have you can. Does anyone else have anything they want to try and do to make the ship a bit harder to find?
Let's bury
I
it.
don't know. Would Fi think of trying something computery? I guess we already have the jammer on it, but
Well, no, if it's off, that's pretty much the best thing we can do. We're going
Yeah.
to shut down all the things. She would actually suggest some paint, some camouflage paint. No, well, no, that might mess it up. It's kind of like just more of what he did, rock, only without actually cutting down trees. Just configuring the bushes in such a way that
So-
we break up the silhouette of the ship in case a foot patrol would stop by.
Okay. Yeah, there's enough loose foliage around that you can move it around the ship, but it's not. You're either going to have to use one of your tough teammates to move it around, or the Force to actually move the foliage that would make it harder to see
Alright,
around the ship.
can I do the survival to see if I can at least tell them how to do it right?
Yes.
What was that
I'll say you're identifying which ones to move that are weak enough that can be moved,
All right.
and I'll make that average. But I'll upgrade it. So 1 red, 1 or not.
Oh, sorry.
No. I'll just.
I'm quick.
All right. Yeah, you recognize there are a few dead bushes that are scattered about that probably aren't as dug into the ground as they would be if they were alive. So it would just be a hard athletics check to pick them up and move them around the ship.
Oi, Rocky, you don't only move these ships right here, no say? No, stop chopping down bloody trees.
Fi, I can't understand a word you're saying, but you motioned to those bushes, and assume it has something to do with those. And it's just a hard check, right?
Yeah.
Okay.
I like how a programmable droid's like does not recognize language.
He's not that bright.
Ooh, success.
May not be that bright. Not bright for a droid, it's still brighter than most organics.
Ouch.
Okay. Yep. You move another set. You move them around, and the ship does seem to be once again harder to see. You may think you have to search for it when you come back.
Right, now, everyone, don't forget, we're parked under the sun sphere. No Simpsons joke. No Simpsons fans at all.
No, I get it. When they rented that car and it fell and it was full of wigs. I remember
Yes.
it.
Okay. I'm gonna stand back and look at it and go, so where's the ship?
Saber just puts his hood up, preparing himself to go through jungle, recalling the events of the first grinding gears and how harrowing that was.
Right. Okay. Now here is how travel is going to work. You can either get into basically a single file line and trek, and that is going to make it a group check. And that means that the best survival skill and the best characteristic that goes with it will be will make a single roll. And you can use and it has and you'll have a boost die for every person that has a skill in survival, at least one rank, and a setback for everyone who doesn't. And this will basically mean you can help the people who aren't that good go over difficult terrain, but it also means that you'll all basically be in the same position if something were to happen. Now, you can also all take a looser formation, which means every single person will roll, and that means you'll all be in a different kind of situation should an encounter appear.
I have a question. Does it have to be survival, or because Rock is good at clearing foliage, maybe possibly he just sort of heads up the formation, and then sort of cuts a path through through the dense foliage, making it easier for everyone else?
The forest is made of a lot of stuff that isn't wood. You might come across something that you won't be able to cut through.
No, I'll rip it out of the ground then.
Yeah, but I think what he means is because survival is not just cutting down trees, it's also knowing you could be walking us right into a den of animals if you're not a survivor type person, or quicksand, or who knows, mud pit.
Yeah. Then Rock is not the guy who should be leading.
Yeah.
Rock, I think, has 1 in survival with no ranks. Let's see. Survival. Yep, just 1. 1 green.
Yeah, you're right there with Saber. He has 1 cunning and no ranks in
I
survival.
have yellow and 2 green, and so is Fi, so we have the same, so it doesn't matter.
So if you were to roll as a group, you'd be rolling 1 yellow, 2 green, and 2 boosts, but also 2 setback, and that's another difficulty the terrain provides. And you can also, and that's if you all went as a single file group. And like I said, you can also roll separately, but it seems like 2 of you will suffer as a result.
Yeah, we're a small enough group already that I don't know if it makes sense for us to spread out.
Oh, you won't be split up. It just means that you'll be in different positions instead of all in the same place.
I say we do the group roll.
And you'll
Yeah,
notice
I'll spend XP point on it.
when Eurus gets his gear together, he's got a giant sword on his back that's looks custom made, and a little satchel around his neck that is basically in case of emergencies, that you can kind of see looks kind of almost like an Indian medicine pouch.
I wanted you to talk, explain. He looks at like Bane, her little things out of the back of his neck, you know.
Okay, so does Phi or Urus want to lead this pack?
Oh, a fly is all over this.
All right, Kyle, roll me a percentile die. Okay, 66. Phi leads them into a deeper collection of trees, and looks like there are also some piles of rocks in the way, so it is going to be a hard survivalist check to trek through this.
And we have to use survival. We can't use resilience or anything like that.
Well, if you're doing the group thing, only Phi needs to roll.
Oh, okay. Sorry.
All right. So it was who had the highest cunning again that we were combining?
Seemed like
We're
it was
exactly the
3.
same. Yeah, we're exactly the same.
Oh, 3. Okay, then it's.
So if you flipped, it'd be 2 yellow, 1 green, 2 boost, 2 setback, and 3 purple.
Actually, I think I can cut off the setback for the survival check. Let me double check. I gotta check my talents. Sorry. I think it's recruit or medic. Nope. You know, I never did take outdoorsman. I got forager instead. Okay. I needed that to get too well rounded. Okay.
So if we need any berries or anything, we'll be sure to ask Phi.
You forgot to roll the 3 purple.
It was.
I thought it looked a little too good.
Just roll the 3 purple by themselves, since that rolls pretty fine by itself anyway. Oh,
So that was 1 failure.
So literally,
1 failure.
Yeah, one failure, 3 threat.
Well, how many failures were actually rolled on the die? Because it only shows
One failure at all. That's what I'm saying. I have one singular failure.
I'm just making sure, because I
So
know
we end
this
up with 2
dice roll
successes.
doesn't tell us how many.
1 failure.
Yeah, it
Anyway,
should totally
so
look
yeah,
like
you
degrees of failure.
get 2 successes. So you're Phi is able to, while she did lead you into a bit thicker bush, she is able to lead the group successfully without anyone being haggard as a result. However, as you near, I don't have a good picture for this. As you near another set of larger trees, you hear what sounds like thunder in the background, but you look up and it's a perfectly sunny day. However, you're able to squint and see through the foliage several very large glowing objects falling through the atmosphere. It appears that some debris of the Death Star that was still in orbit has recently fallen out of orbit and is heading straight for you from orbit.
Oh God, run!
So you have several options here. It is going to be a hard survival check with 2 setback to find cover you know as solid enough to survive the debris falling, or daunting athletics check to outrun the debris. And I'm also open to other suggestions, but those are just the 2 base options.
How far away? What if I use a force leap? I can get medium distance away.
Is that planetary or just personal?
That's just personal scale.
You could catch. It looks like the debris isn't that big. So you could probably use your force to catch 1 or 2 of them. But you wouldn't have.
if me or Rock,
It's several pieces.
No, I meant to force leap from this position. Would medium distance away put me in a good position, or would it still be?
It would put you in a better position, but you would have to still make a. I'd say now that you're a bit further out of range, just a hard athletics check to outrun it.
what if me and Rock pick up Saber and Phi and do the athletics?
Oh, Saber's not going to let you pick him up.
Well, I've grabbed other people before, so I'm probably just going to grab Phi and run.
It's going to be with 3 setback. Actually, wait. Are you just picking up? Are you picking up both or just Phi?
No, I meant like if both of us individually
you
picked
both
up 4.
pick her up. Okay, no, yeah, it'd be daunting, but with just 1 setback.
All right, I'll grab Phi.
She's a bit cumbersome.
Okay.
She's also carrying a lot of gear.
Well, he has 6 brawn and I have 5 brawn. So.
So daunting is 4, right?
Oh yeah, and I'll upgrade. Yeah, words. I'm gonna upgrade all of your checks since Fi isn't running. She doesn't have to roll.
Okay.
So it's for Saber. If you do the Force Leap, it's just gonna be 1 red, 2 purple. For everyone else, 1 red, 3 purple.
Can I get
Yeah,
unskilled assistance?
Yes, you could try not moving so much.
Yes.
So the first roll will be for the Force Leap, and then I'll do the Athletics roll. That's the one that would be upgraded.
My roll's interesting.
Oh.
Why you do this?
I'm gonna need Rock to roll before I ferret that out.
And then Saber. So as people start running, Saber leaps medium distance ahead of everyone, and then continues running. Okay,
Right.
I'm
So,
gonna have to take
oh.
strain to get successes for that.
Oh,
Oh,
okay.
never
So
mind. I
you're able
forgot
to
he has the
succeed.
Force. Never mind.
All right. For Urus, I'm going to say that as you're running, your foot hit a stone, and in trying to refoot yourself, you lost your grip on Phi. And Kyle, roll me average coordination.
I thought I was carrying Phi.
You're both. I thought you were both carrying her.
Whoops.
Average coordination.
Break her in half like a wishbone?
Well, no, you're carrying like her feet, and he's carrying her with her hands.
I got an advantage.
Oh, I thought I just sort of huffed her over my shoulders.
So
Okay.
that's why we had less setback. Was because we were doing it together.
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
All right. So you hit your head on a rock as you go down. So take 3 wounds. Just 3 wounds, ignoring because it hit your head. However, with that triumph, I'm going to say you were able to grab her after she hit herself and continue dragging her away. So all she got was hit, but she still ended up safe. And as you make it further back, dust and splinters of wood fly in front of you as the debris hits the trees and earth behind you. But everyone's safe, except for 5, who has a big bruise.
So I'm not sure how would Urus respond to this open display of force usage. It's something Saber wouldn't even have considered whenever he did it, but
Phi will tender her own wounds because the rest of you are,
Don't forget the difficulty up, and I'm going to add 3 setback for the poor conditions.
What do you mean poor conditions? I'm just
You're in the
putting a
middle of
bandage
the
on my head.
woods.
So, I'm gonna look at her and go, Phi, isn't there a trend amongst organic females to restrict food in the essence to try and lower their mass? Perhaps you should try that.
What you say, mate? Oh, you little bastard!
Silly droid.
I am by no means little, Phi, and neither are you, I believe.
God damn it!
Rock's gonna chuckle a bit and go, no hard feelings.
You bloody droid, eh?
Again, I can't understand a word you say, but you are delightful.
With
I would
what's
really-
called a saber, Eurus
Really?
doesn't know anything
Shenanigans.
about your
Test.
species, so he's just gonna think that you probably did it because you're a kitty. Well, because he's working to be a beast rider with Chim Chim, but he's just gonna think it's more your trait than any force usage.
yeah. I mean, it did look like he was flying there for a second, though, because, I mean, that was a jump to medium distance. But I guess that could be attributed to agility or something.
Well, I was also trying to grab Phi, so I didn't see it completely. And looking at the giant thing coming, so that's what I was saying. He probably just saw you take off and land, not the whole thing.
Okay.
All right, so after Phi curses, finding that she is unable to bandage her wound in such harsh circumstances,
Eurus will pick Phi up and
will she take the lead back up or pass it over to Urus?
Nope. She's gonna keep leading. That's how she rolls.
All right, roll a percentile.
Check it. Boop. Oh, Wrong roll.
That's not percentile.
Oh wow, that's
Oh, actually, that's good. You
Higher's
were
better?
1% away from it being bad, but instead just make a simple survival check. No difficulty.
So like, good for
Okay.
GM or
Yeah.
good for
I'm
us?
gonna spend another Destiny point anyway.
1% higher is the Death Star still operational.
1%
I
lower
would
and it
be
would have been
amazed.
formidable.
What was the pool you had again?
Simple
If
as
you
one.
flipped a destiny point, it should be 2 yellow, 1 green, 2 boost, 2 setback.
Okay, that's what I thought. Just to double check.
Against one.
God.
Oh, God.
See, you
Forgot
can't,
the
you
purple
can't
again.
have me do simple rolls.
Okay, everyone either take 5 strain or 1 wound for perilous trekking through what actually appeared to be a big clearing.
Fi will take a second wind.
Rock's going to take a wound that is significantly superior to the alternative.
Yeah.
Darn, I shouldn't let you pick, but oh well, I already said it.
Rock's new body is scuffed, and he is mildly upset with Fi.
Alright, did everyone already pick?
yep.
Yeah.
Okay, so as you continue down the clearing and enter the tree line again, you come across the bush, and suddenly there's a group of stormtroopers there.
Crap, Rock's going to drop prone.
I will say they don't spot you, but you all have to immediately make a stealth check to make sure they don't keep spotting you.
This
Oh,
group.
God.
What
And I
the
guess it'll be
Spotted
against
it.
their vigilance, which is it's gonna be a hard stealth check.
Wait, I can use vigilance instead?
No, I think
No,
it's
it's against their vigilance.
That could have
Oh.
been so much worse.
Do we have anyone stealthy? Like,
Nope.
We
Can I
couldn't.
use vigilance instead? Because they just sort of, oh, look, here are a bunch of stormtroopers.
Well,
No,
they'll
because you're
just make
hiding
you.
from their,
Yeah,
you're
they'll just
hiding from them to make sure they don't notice you.
Yeah, if you use vigilance, you would just know that they're there, which we already know.
Well, let's see if
Actually,
Rock is gonna...
also for that advantage, I'll say you can take 1 boost
Oh,
if that
that's
helps anyone at all.
no, I have 5 failures and 1 success, just so everyone knows. Saber is not stealthy. I think we're gonna have we have no
You know what?
stealth.
Just
We have-
force throw them off.
Rock is going to...
We're
I-
already well
Rock's
past the
attempt.
point of this ending
Yeah.
well.
I have 2 failures.
Yes, no one has succeeded at the check. Come on, Rock. I believe in you. Roll your 1 green.
It's Rock's attempt. Rock's going to use the boost as well. It's his attempt to imitate his namesake. Nope.
How
He
many failures?
cannot act like a rock.
All right, so
How many failures? I just want to know what our net
the
failures
group
are.
sees you, and it looks like one of the stormtroopers with a nice
Only net
big
one.
orange shoulder pauldron just points at you and says, "Get him!" And everyone roll vigilance for initiative. And, I guess
Yell
this-
goody.
Well, we saw them first. Couldn't we use cool, technically?
No. Well, actually, both are the same for
You,
me.
you get to choose. That's how I always saw it.
no, vigilance.
Aw. Oh, it's okay. Actually, it doesn't matter. I have the same. Wait. But I was,
I'm gonna get-
you know,
I'm going to get to
Play
try
devil's
something I
advocate.
wanted to do for a little bit. This is going to be awesome. This is going to be awesome.
Where's my
Can we lead them back to the clearing and make them fail the simple survival
Shut up.
check?
Haters gonna hate, man. This dice roller do not like me.
Does anyone want to be GM assistant? I was pointing that out, but
Yeah, I will.
all right. So
1.3, 1.1.
Yeah,
I
because I'm
forgot to check
watching my
roll,
son.
apparently. There you go. I'm 2.1.
okay, that's one.
I think
This
I might
is
have
one
rapid
guy,
reactions. Do I? I don't think I
and
do.
these guys have. Oh my gosh, they have no vigilance.
That
Hooray!
No, vigilance. I thought you said they just had 3 vigilance.
Well, they had a base value. That's why you rolled hard.
Ah.
They don't have it as a skill though.
So
Oh.
we get to go. At least one person gets to go first, and it should totally be force the mountain down on them, Saber.
Ain't no mountain, but plenty of trees.
Hey, you know what I heard? There's a bunch of debris floating around the atmosphere. You can totally pull it down, can't you?
That is not in his range, and you know it.
It's an extreme. It depends on how
I'm
you
going to flip a
planetary
destiny point and say there's a
extreme.
mountain.
So what are we looking at here in terms of like number?
You're looking at what appears to be an Imperial patrol
Yes.
with 5 stormtroopers and 1 sergeant.
Hmm.
Hey, grab the sergeant and just pull him towards you. Come on. He's the guy you gotta worry about, man.
No, you should force lift them in the air and turn them to face his squad and be like, now tell them to leave.
Oh gosh.
No, we don't want anyone getting away. But if you take their sergeant away, that should at least have a bit of a demoralizing effect. And then he can't activate the squad rules and be really annoying.
Wait. Bring him to you, turn him around, and then tell him, and then have him say through the Force, "Stop advancing, or I'm going to shove my hand up your ass and work you like
I don't have Force Puppeteer, unfortunately.
Does anybody have the? I'll say, could Fi throw her have like where she can throw her voice? That way, like Saber could just force move the squad leader's hand to point in a random direction, and then you can just throw your voice, make it sound like you say over there.
I would try that impossible check.
So what silhouette of a tree to make it fall on the group?
I'd say the trees are big. They're silhouette 4.
Okay.
You can do it, man.
So I'm gonna have to activate 2 strength upgrades to be able to do this, and I assume I can just push down one that's in short range of me on top of them.
Yeah, there are definitely plenty of trees, enough trees around to do that.
Okay, so I'm gonna need 1 to activate the power, and then 2 more to activate 2 strength upgrades, or a strength upgrade, and then activating it again because it can be activated twice. Okay, well, I mean this would do a lot of damage to them though. So, okay, so that's a 4 difficulty check, and let's go.
Nice.
Oh yes,
All right.
I do. So that is 45 damage.
All right. Well, you hear the creaking of the bark as you bend it out from underneath the soil. The roots start sticking up, and just you don't even hear anything, but you can see the stormtroopers just look at the tree as it falls right on top of them, and you hear a bloody squish.
Aww.
Now
I
that
wanted
is a
to
mission
do that.
highlight right there.
Well,
It is.
well, that tree fell at
Well,
just the
yep,
right
and
time.
that's all she wrote for that patrol.
Thank goodness they were all engaged, right?
That's apparently what I get for just taking out a minion group, because I had pity on the 4 people playing, but
No, you should know it. Never take pity.
yeah, apparently not.
Wait, if
Out
you
of nowhere, 2 more patrol groups show up.
say
Nah.
a
They didn't
Jedi
even
is
have time to gasp at the Force use. They just like, tree dead.
I'm going to loot the bodies, and/or what's left.
They're all under the tree.
Aw.
You'll have to dig them out to get to them, and even then, you don't even know if there's anything left.
All right, good. Just as long as there's nothing worth stealing, I won't steal it.
Yeah, I mean that looks pretty
Probably
natural
crushed
too. Like they all died from a tree falling on them.
If a tree
That
falls
happens
in
all
the
the
wood on
time.
stormtroopers, did they
So
try
I
to
guess if a
shoot it?
tree does fall in the woods, it makes a sound.
well, yeah, I was getting ready to say if a tree falls in the woods, does a stormtrooper make a sound?
Can you like a stormtrooper scream?
Hey, scout troopers and trees, man, they have a long history.
A long, bloody history.
All right, well, it's time again for another survival check back through the woods that
Doing
you've
it.
just deforested. Oh, man.
Fi will, of course, leading again. I have 38% that time.
Okay, 38%. I think that's just nope, that's an average check.
Oh, good. Average I can do. You want to upgrade it so I can get some...
Yeah, I'm going to upgrade it.
I had a feeling. Let's do this. Oh, wait. I had one too many things. So take away 1 success from that. So it was only 3 success.
All right. Yeah, okay. 1 success taken away. Phi is able to lead you through a mildly forested area. None of you trip on any rocks and make someone laugh.
His face
Why would
toe.
someone trip over me? I'm massive and shiny.
Okay. However, as
dude.
you continue through the mild forested area, you begin to notice that some of the trees are bent over. Some of them also appear to be kind of warped. And as you get deeper through the forest, it gets deathly quiet, but it is suddenly pierced when you hear beeping. Whoever took the device that was supposed to locate the emergency message pod.
How large is the
detected
device?
the pod.
Wait, we found the pod?
Yes.
Wow, that was quick.
And as you see in the distance, it appears to be pointing to a large temple structure you can just see on the horizon. However, as you make your way towards it, the ground under your feet begins to crack, and you look down to see that you're not standing on solid ground anymore, you're standing on a nest.
Wait, what?
And before any of you could even process that information, a little bit in front of you, about medium range, the ground suddenly bursts up, and you see what looks like a giant centipede crawl out of it.
Xenology check immediately.
Roll vigilance.
All right. I'm gonna look at Saber and go, "This one's mine."
I'll take that roll.
Oh, that's really good. Yeah. Okay.
I
So
rolled. Each one had a success, which is nice. Well, one had two, obviously, but still, that almost never happens for me.
okay, so 0.2. 3.3, 4.2.
Okay, let me just roll this lovely lady's vigilance.
Hey, we have the same vigilance. Oh, wait, no, you didn't roll it yet. Holy crap.
Ooh.
Good. Players have to go first, still.
Yeah.
You should
So
let Rocky charge it.
just one right now.
For now, it is just her.
Oops.
Alright. Yeah, Rocky, you should charge it. Then after she starts attacking you, I'll do my Xenology check.
All right.
Yeah. So, Saber actually does follow the rules of war, so if you claimed it, he's going to let you go.
I did. Oh, this one's mine. So, Van Blades activate. I'm going to charge it, and I really wish there was a bull rush talent in this. So I'm going to take 2 strain to get up to it. Yeah. And then I'm going to take...
Adversary 2, just so you know.
That's fine. I'm going to take 2 more strain to activate my Furious... what is it? Frenzied Attack. So it's going to upgrade my Brawl twice. And then I'm going to try to stab it. So it's 2 red when engaged. Yeah, because engaged is 2, and then adversary 2 upgrades it twice. Okay, so time for stabby.
Well, hot diggy dang. Any despairs? I can't see that far over.
Yes, there is one
yes,
despair.
there's one despair.
Oh
It
my
always hides.
god.
Bottom, that's 3, 4, 10, 11. So that's 19 damage.
Twice, right?
No, I don't have. It's paired, but I don't have the.
Actually, roll 1 set pack die.
Oh,
That'll have a huge
Alright.
impact here.
I know. Watch it roll blank.
no.
Oh, no.
So it's only 4 advantage. But let me check the crit rating on my Van Blades.
You should be able to crit that one. I think it's like 3 or 2.
Yeah, it's 3.
3 without modified, yeah.
Yeah. So 3 for the crit. So I'll crit it once. And I have 3 ranks in lethal blows. So that's plus. So it's crit plus 30.
She does have 2 ranks in durable, so it's just crit plus 10.
Okay, so crit plus 10. So here's the crit roll.
All right, 84.
84.
Winded. Till the end of the encounter, the target cannot voluntarily suffer strain to activate any abilities or gain additional maneuvers.
That's actually pretty handy.
Yeah.
Okay then. And that was just the one PC, so now it's her turn, right?
And just so you know, Rock, when you're brawling, like, all you got to do, like, you can dual wield, you just have to upgrade your check.
Oh, so it can. But
Yeah.
but the Van Blades don't have
They're paired, so you have two. You have one on each arm. That's what gives you the extra defensive and stuff.
Yeah, but they
And
don't
Sunder.
have the natural talent that lets you hit twice. The linked.
No, you don't. No, you can dual wield. You have one on each arm. Dual wielding means you attack with both hands.
Oh,
So you just add an extra purple or up another additional die. So you roll 3 dice instead of 2, and then when you get 2 advantage, you can hit with your second arm.
Yeah, I'll look
Oh.
up the page on that for you.
I did not know that, and I feel really dumb.
Same thing with like brawling. Like even if you only had one like vibro knuckler or whatever, you can hit and then you can dual wield and just kick or use your natural brawl attack with your other arm.
Okay, I did not know that. Well, I just stabbed it in the face for 1 right now. Yeah, I want the crit, and I can't retcon that. So yeah, so I stab it in the face for 19. So how's it looking? Like,
Let
is
me
it
just
gushing
do
blood?
math.
Is it
Okay,
just
so
is
that's-
it pissed?
Oh, it's definitely mad. You got it right between its plating, and it's hurting.
Awesome.
Let's see. That was 19, so that would be okay. And math. Okay, so for that despair, I'm going to say it shrieks out in pain, and from the ground around the group, back medium range now from you, Brock, and the Queen, emerges what appear to be very smaller versions of what you just stabbed, and they don't look happy. So now there's going to be another group added to the list.
May I take an incidental? To yell, "Those are not mine." You can have those.
Yes,
I
you
want the
may.
big one.
Okay. I forget where I frickin' put these things.
I was hoping for the 6 triumph.
Oh, okay, there we go. Jeez, those were hard to find. Alright, so here's their initiative.
Ooh.
Free maneuver.
Jeez, they're already right on top of you.
It will get even closer.
Okay, yeah, for their maneuver, they're going to bring up their tails, and you can see a very pointy thing at the end of it.
Oh no, pointy things.
You should probably avoid those.
No, the pointy thing, not the balls.
She doesn't get to move yet. Alright, now do I want to have them go first or the Queen?
Probably the Queen, because I just stabbed it in the face.
No. The whole thing was that it's sneak attack. They're just going to attack now. So since they're all going to try and stab Saber.
He does look the nastiest.
Well, cats are the natural predator of centipedes.
Yeah, everyone knows that.
Since I don't have a weapon drawn, it's just 3 setbacks.
Oh my gosh.
Just 3 setbacks.
Yeah, just 3 setbacks. Not making.
Defensive training.
All right.
Does count for brawl.
Yep.
They're brawl. Okay. All right.
It pays
I'm
to be
gonna
a Neiman
upgrade
disciple. Uh-oh.
That's not good.
Oh, okay.
All right.
Could be worse.
Shut up, Rock.
Oh, and I don't technically have a. I don't
It
technically
wasn't me, I
have
swear. It's my
a
phone.
lightsaber weapon. Since I don't have a lightsaber weapon, I can't parry. Is that right?
No, you can do it with a melee weapon. Yeah, I think
He
I think
only
it
has
is
his
a melee.
hands though.
Yeah. Can I do it
It has
with
to be a
brawl?
melee.
You don't have
Yeah.
gauntlets or anything?
No.
No.
All right. So they're gonna. Oh, you know what? I didn't do this right. I did it like they were just one thing. Shit. Hold on. I need to re-roll that because I forgot this is, surprise, surprise, a minion group. So it's actually. All right. I did upgrade. So that
Uh-oh.
One,
This can't.
two.
This can't be
Sorry,
good.
he didn't hit you hard enough. Hold on a second.
Oh, okay. No. It's just I treated it like it was a single rival, not a minion group. So it's actually, and I'm just gonna re-roll this whole thing. So for all I know, it might actually end up to your benefit.
And then it rolls 3 times.
Oh,
Nope,
wow.
they
Okay.
miss. For that advantage though, they are just all over you. They actually knock you prone. They
Okay.
got you on the ground, but no, they all stab the ground with their stingers.
Saber's just rolling around, like deflecting with just his arms. He's got armored robes, so there's plates in his robes, and so whenever they're actually trying to strike him, they're actually just hitting the plates as he maneuvers like his sleeves over that.
All right. And how many PCs get to go before the next NPC? 2?
I think it's actually.
Yes, 2.
Oh, that's right. You rolled 0. Well,
No, I rolled 0.1. That's not a
Faye,
0.
Faye can go last since she is about as useful in combat as being shot. So go ahead there, Mr. Big Guy, whose name I've already forgotten because I have bad memory.
Eurus.
Eurus,
Okay.
like the dwarf.
Eurus Vey.
Eurus,
It's actually it's
like-
actually a dash. It's actually one whole name, Eurus Vey.
it's like it's a bear. Ursine. Okay.
All right. Anyway, so he will take a maneuver to get his sword off his back, and he'll be like, "I'll save you, kitty."
Good thing you can't hit me with that thing, technically, in melee. With a despair. Although I guess it's just a minion group, so.
Yeah, and then
Well, it's totally one of those things where if you roll a despair because the GM upgraded on you, why not?
all right. Do they have any melee defense or anything? Mr. GM.
And I was muted. No, they don't.
Oh, okay. See what happens. Okay, that is.
It's a lot of melee. Oh, so did you do the 150 rules?
So what? Oh no, this is where I retired Caddick. This is a veteran character, basically. He's not like an actual.
Okay. Yeah, I forgot about that. For some reason, no, you had an NPay already when Caddick left.
Yeah, I couldn't apply it to Ninfe. Okay, so that is 10, 11, 12, 13, 14 strain. Even though it doesn't count their minions, but specifically because he will only deal strain. Oh, wait, I didn't roll my accurate for my sword. Crap.
So you just get some boosts on that. Oh wow. Okay. That's like the best you could do.
Alright, so
Jeez.
that is 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16 strain. And I can crit, but he's not going to because he's not like that.
16 strain, that is...
And it's Pierce 4.
Oh, you could give me a free maneuver to stand up.
Does Pierce still counts for strain, right?
Okay, 2 of them... Yeah, they do.
Okay.
I'd say they do. I'm too lazy to look that up. Anyway, 2 of them take the hits, and some of their plates fall off, and they roll off Saber, and their legs just kind of curl up. They appear to be stunned. There's still 3 left.
And I'll use my advantages to make... Because basically I was trying to help Saber so that way he can get up.
Yeah, so one of the... I think it just takes 2 to give me a free maneuver, right?
I'll give a boost with the last one.
Okay.
The next person.
Yeah. I'm trying to decide how freaked out by this Saber would be. I think he's a bit concerned with the Imperial presence, so you're not going to see a red Saber coming out, but you will see his ancient sword drawn
Like
as he
the
just starts...
lightsaber.
Yeah, But I think he's learned a bit of a lesson about being so blatant.
Is it thanks to that VR mission where you caused the destruction of a planet almost?
Got several hundred slaves killed. It's okay. Yeah. So Saber is going to just do an attack with his ancient sword. So 2 difficulty, I get a boost. I took my new maneuver to draw the sword. Anything else? Setbacks,
Uh,
upgrades.
I'm sorry. Who are you hitting? The guys that are on top of you?
Yeah, just the things
Yeah,
crumbling
no
over.
setbacks. No setbacks.
Okay. Ooh. Okay, so that doesn't do too much damage because the sword still procs off of his strength. So it's a base of 4 plus 5. So that's
Yeah.
9 pierce 2.
Mine pierce too. You cut off 2 of them. And I'm gonna say that the last one gets scared and actually crawls off you and tries to go back towards the hole it came out of.
Yeah.
You can hear it kind of making the same a lighter pitch version of the chirping that the queen was doing.
He gets to go now.
All right. The queen is gonna try and thrash at Rock. So, does he have any defense?
I have 2 melee defense.
Okay. And she's gonna be hitting with. That's melee. Oh no, that's brawl. Okay. I'm going to. Jeez, I have way too many windows open. I'm gonna flip. Turn that into that.
Oh, you want to dance there, bug boy? Huh?
I'll tell you. I'll tell you that when we get to your turn. Oh. All right. She does. I think that's.
I think. Sorry.
Yeah, she does 10 damage, which doesn't
Doesn't-
even get
it
through your
doesn't-
soak, does it?
My soak is at 11. So, pink.
Eats it.
I'm going to laugh at her.
All right. Then I'm gonna
For that
say
much threat, couldn't you?
that for that.
You should be able to do
threat
something, Rock.
Actually, I already have something in mind for the threat and the triumph.
Well, I'll use the threat just to taunt it. Like, it just gets mad that its stab was completely ineffective, and so it's only focused on me.
Well, doesn't it have defense? You could lower the defense with threat, can you?
Oh yeah, I could do that, I guess.
Yeah, as she comes down and hits you, one of the claws on her forearms, it chips right off. However, her full weight, even though it doesn't harm you, harms the ground. And the ground that you were on collapses. You fall. You're going to need to roll. It's not that far down. You have your van blades. So I'm going to say a hard athletics check to prevent from falling all the way down.
Okay. Let's see. Would I be able to increase the difficulty if I was able, as sort of the ground begins to crumble, I leap onto it? Would you make it a harder check for me to do that?
You leap up on the ground that hasn't fallen away?
No, leap up onto the centipede queen.
Oh. I can say that will be a result of advantage or triumph of this.
Okay.
I don't think that changed the difficulty.
All right, then I'm going to use a light side point to upgrade. And here we go.
Yeah, for 2 advantage, I say you land on top of it.
Alrighty.
You're also able to avoid any damage or debris from the fall. Alright, I guess 5 wants to roll her xenology. These creatures have a lot of genetic siblings, so I'm going to say it's just going to be average check with 2 setback because you don't really have access to any databases. You need to go off memory. or not?
She's thinking.
Kyle.
She is now playing bagpipes.
Kyle.
Might have had to run off to check on the kid or something.
I guess this can be a time for a short break if anyone needs it.
No. My son is
Did I
what?
miss something?
Yeah, it's your turn.
Okay, yes.
It's going to be an average xenology check, but with 2 setback because you don't have any data to go
Haha,
off of.
researcher. I get to ignore one of those setback.
Good for you.
Finally, I use it.
I've used it twice the entire time I've played Fae.
I've used it a few times too. I have.
It's not as bad as.
two of them.
Rebecca has like 50 ranks in Brace.
Yeah, I
Which-
know.
Yeah.
I have not
It's-
found a good use for brace because I have a bunch of characters that have brace, and I don't know what to use with it.
Yeah.
My problem is it takes a maneuver, so it's like, unless you almost never have a chance to use the maneuver along with the skill, or there's never much of a point. There's always something better to do. Unless you're like, a sniper sitting off somewhere in the wind and rain and whatnot, you just brace and ignore it all. But
Okay, you identify this as a variant of the Xanax. If I type that out, it's going to come out Xanax. I'm going to instead call it the Exen Senti. There are several varieties. In the early days of hyperspace travel, they got transplanted to a lot of planets where they then individually evolved into different kinds of...
Important question. Are they tameable?
With a certain kind of pheromone, but you do not have access to it.
Yeah, that queen does. I got this.
You are correct. You have to make sure that this little
All right.
robot doesn't completely tear it to shreds.
I will, for my maneuver then, can I jump into the hole on top of the queen?
It's too far away. You can take one maneuver to get closer, because it was medium range from you.
I could take 2 maneuvers. I want to take strain, but I don't think I will.
Well, then you also have to survive the athletics check to not fall in the pit and take too much damage.
Like I'm worried about such things. For my maneuver, I will courageously run away from all of the combat. And as an incidental, I'll yell out to the Rock, who I'm guessing has an earpiece on. Save me the bloody pheromone bloody, eh?
I can't hear you. I'm too busy killing this giant bug.
All right, top of the order. Guess another PC can go. If I had to guess who.
I'm gonna guess Rock.
Mm-hmm.
I'm currently on top of this thing. Is its like stinger tail like up?
No, it appears to be quite flattened out after falling to the floor.
Ah, okay.
Though it appears to be rousing.
I'm going to find what passes for like, I don't know, its head, and then I'm going to stabby.
Cut off its head. It's a pretty big head. Definitely not going to be able to get through it in one hit.
I'm not going to cut off its head. I'm just going to try and stab it in the head.
Oh, okay. That'd just be a regular melee check then.
Yeah.
It's raised its claws up and it's trying to frantically push you away, so I had a setback die.
Okay.
Forgot it had that kind of defense.
Alrighty. So.
Yeah, if you want to dual wield, you have to add an extra purple dice to your roll.
Oh,
three
yeah,
dice
I'm
instead.
also going to upgrade it. Keep that Destiny trading.
So now so if I were to do that, it'd be 3 red.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yes.
Yeah, I'll do that.
Do
Then
it.
I'll take 2 strain, 2 frenzied attack.
And basically, if you get 2 advantage, then you can hit twice. It's same thing as linked, basically. You just take an extra upgrade to do it.
Okay.
Difficulty. Yeah.
Or difficulty, I mean, yeah.
Yeah, it's a little confusing in the book because they talk about mixing skills as opposed to just using 2 melee weapons or 2 brawl weapons. So it's
Okay.
not as clear in the book.
Yeah, if you're using a gun and knife, then it's really difficult to figure out.
Yeah. Alrighty, so double stabby maybe.
Yep.
Yep.
Double stabby yesy.
So that's 10. So that's 15 damage twice.
Do I even need to do the math? Soak is applied to each one individually, right?
Yep.
Yeah.
Okay, so that would be... Yep. You just stab it all over the eyes, and then it just gushes this weird kind of ichor out of the wounds you've made, and it just seizes up and stops moving. You can actually hear down the tunnels, each and every way, kind of the same kind of chittering screech that those smaller ones made when Saber scared it off.
Okay. Shit, I wanted to do something. I just can't remember. That's right. Can I attempt, now that combat's over, may I attempt a cool check to heal strain?
No. And
Okay.
the reason for that will come up later.
Okay. Just sort of off the wall, Saber will ask Faye if she thinks that the tunnels that these creatures are making might go under the temple.
May I do a knowledge check, Mr.
Yes,
Jeff?
it would be a hard knowledge education.
All right, good. Are you gonna upgrade it back just for fun?
Sure.
Yes. I'm gonna despair on it now.
You get a really bad
Oh.
headache. Oh.
I failed by
You
one.
don't
could I have
know,
gotten
but-
I can't get 2 successes, can I? Off a
Oh.
boost.
No.
Somebody give me
No.
unneeded assistance.
No.
It blanked
won't.
anyway.
With those advantage, you can from this hub that Rock has that the Queen crashed herself into. There don't seem to be any tunnel entrances that lead straight to the temple.
I'm not sure. It looks like a giant bloody maze, really.
Eurus will pick up one of the worms he knocked out to see if they're okay.
I guess.
The ones that you stunned kind of they don't move. The problem is they're covered in some weird exoskeletons, so it's kind of hard to get life signs out of it. Even if
Oh,
they
that's right.
were
You said it had armor. Well, didn't you say the armor plating fell off when they passed out?
Well, you cracked a few plates. That's
Oh,
how
okay.
you were able to. That was just basically representing the piers.
Oh, okay. So
Oh. Rock will climb out of the hole and sort of dust his hands off, going, "Yep, big one's dead."
Eurus will get sad then because he thinks he killed it if it's not moving.
You
killed
find
the
it
big one?
surprisingly light, by the way. I'll just point that out. All right. Anything else you want to do with these corpses or the tunnels, or do you want to just keep on trucking over land?
Just keep on trucking.
Yeah, I mean, it's
we
an
don't know
idea.
what we're gonna run
so-
into down there in the tunnels, but
Yeah.
overland, we can always just have Saber drop a tree on anything that happens.
I can drop tunnels too. We might bury ourselves though. I mean, it's something to keep in mind though. If we need to make a escape or something.
Or you could drop
Which
one at
ones?
the
I've
same.
really been wanting to buy a general scanner forever, but I haven't been able to make it to missions.
Okay, so as you continue towards the temple, you do see that the forest does part, and a very wide river does flow through this area, like you can see in the picture.
Rust.
Like it also does show, none of the trees near the river are tall enough that one of them by themselves can act as a bridge.
Oh, Saber's very sad.
Saber can just, force, maneuver us.
Hold them over
If I do,
You don't have
Like
to
my-
force throw. I mean, normally you don't even do damage. You know what I mean? You can be gentle and just move things.
yeah.
No, he can just part the river. Pull a Moses.
Oh,
I we should do that one. That sounds like the right choice to make.
Saber says something about not wanting to be conspicuous, and you're having him part a river.
well, yeah, but you also have to stab your lightsaber on the ground when you do it, as the water ripples.
At least it's just a river. It's not like you're parting a sea or anything.
Yeah.
Now I'm gonna look around. Well, I don't see anybody around. And you crushed all those. You crushed all the stormtroopers. And I killed. I don't think the centipedes are gonna tell anybody.
A tree fell on them. I don't know what you're talking about.
Ah, I see. I see. I'm gonna nudge him with my elbow.
So you actually see that Saber's a little nervous still being on this Imperial planet, even though he was able to crush the stormtroopers. Like Imperial stuff it does get to him a bit.
Okay.
So he's a little hesitant towards parting the sea, as it were.
Well, then we need to find another way across.
You can go. You can travel along the river, but it is going to be another survival mishmash.
Well, I mean, does it look like the current is too fast? I thought we might be able to swim across.
That really, you need at least 2 ranks in athletics to try crossing.
Oh. How far is it from one bank to the other?
It long range.
Ooh.
Saber can move people across. If we are worried about time.
Rock's got the athletics to swim it, but he's concerned about rust.
So I only have 1 rank, but yet I'm rolling. I have like 5 dice.
So, I mean, if you're making the suggestion that he moves across, Saber would want to be confident that we know that there aren't eyes in the woods. So
But-
if someone...
He has a rope, right? Couldn't he swim across with one side, we tie another to the tree, and the rest of people kind of zip line across?
Oh, Rock has climbing gear. That's an excellent idea. So I'll take the climbing gear out. I'll tie one end of the rope around the trunk of a tree and tie it off, and then I'll go to Saber and go, okay, I'm ready to move. And then I'll tie it off when I get to the other side, I'll tie the other end off on another tree, and then you guys can just sort of use it as a rope bridge to sort of shimmy your way across without having to swim.
So, but once again, Saber will say, are we confident that there isn't anyone watching?
Well, we haven't seen any Imperial patrols. I stabbed the eyes out of the centipede. I'm just going to make a big show of looking around. If there were Imperials here, they could very easily have taken their shot at us.
I guess he's trying to motivate someone to actually do a perception check, though.
Rock will make a perception then.
Fi will look around as well.
So, do you want to just roll it unopposed, or do you want a difficulty with it?
No. It is going to be.
Impossible 6.
No. I think it'll just be average, but it is going to be with 3 setback because of the heavily forested environment.
Okay.
Well, if
And also, I'm gonna.
you can
or-
ignore 2 of those.
I was gonna flip, but okay.
Oh, oops.
So Rock's
Yours.
like, I don't see
I'll
anybody.
roll 2.
All right, yeah. I guess since Urus got it first, roll. I don't know how to put in a 0 for that. How do you put in a 0 for dice rolls?
I mean a 0.
Well, it's like so a 0 can be an actual result.
Ooh.
Oh.
Does 0 pop up on the roll 20?
I mean, you could do like a 1d5 minus 1.
Yeah, that's what I was thinking. Okay, so roll 1d3 minus 1.
1d3 minus 1?
Yeah. Okay. So, Urus actually hears in some upturned foliage. Let's see, what he hears this.
Then I guess Eurus would just be like, "Shh, Eurus, here's something."
That sound not even playing. I'm trying to play it off the jukebox, but this.
Yeah, no, it's
It's
playing.
playing, it's
It's
playing,
Yeah, we
playing.
hear it.
Remember it loops too.
Yeah. No. Well, it's like I specifically wanted that one to loop.
Okay. Yeah, we hear it.
And so after he says that, right out of the bush pops out. I guess I can move that over for a sec. Over to this one. Out of the bush pops an Imperial probe droid. Apparently it has been spotted, and so it tries to move away. So you're going to need to roll Vigilant, except for Urus, who can... Well, actually, you can roll a boost with whatever initiative you want to roll.
Oh wow, that's really bad for Saber. Okay.
How far away is it from me?
Medium.
Medium. Okay.
It's also...
Does
Never
someone get
mind.
free maneuver?
I do.
What? Okay, yeah. Oh, this poor probe droid.
Almost forgot to the roll again.
Alright, so 3 PCs, and then an NPC, and then this thing, then an PC.
All right, Saber, you know what to do.
No, he's not going to use any force powers close to this thing.
Oh, come
Well,
on.
I've got a free maneuver, so I'll
He
take.
doesn't know if it's broadcasting.
I'll say, yeah, out of character, does any of us actually know that probe droids broadcast?
It would take someone actually being able to scan for active frequencies.
Well, that's why
I
I
can
didn't
do
know.
that. So, can I? I don't. Can I? Since we all go before it, can I try and jam its signal?
You don't have the equipment to jam, but you can try and see if it's broadcasting.
What do you mean I don't have the equipment to jam? Did I forget to? No, that's right.
Or do you actually have a jammer on you?
I have to check. I forget what I have on. Oh wait, this is the wrong. I have the wrong character up. Good work. Shadow.
I've been playing with Rio this whole time.
No, I was making hard place
Yeah.
because it just sounds like. Where is my equipment? Scroll. Okay. No. Well, I have an encryption module, but that just hides mine.
Yeah.
But I could, if I found its frequency, I could probably use the comlink as a jamming thing. But it would definitely, I think it'd be some setbacks.
It'd be difficult to as well.
Might
It's
not.
Well, it would definitely be difficult because you're repurposing an active comm line to try and scramble another active comm line. So you're not really working with. You're working outside the boundaries of what the technology was designed and built for.
Yes, but this is a cinematic role-playing game.
That's true.
No,
That can be
actually,
determined later. For the moment, if you just want to see if it's broadcasting, it's going to be a hard computers check.
Actually, I'm not gonna even bother with that. I am going to. I'm gonna. How far is it away?
Medium.
I'm gonna
Remember,
ion blast this thing.
if you can prove to Saber that it's not broadcasting, you'd be willing to use force powers on it.
If it's dead, it's not broadcasting. So I'm
Nice,
going to
that's
ion
nice.
blast it if no one else minds, and I'm going to take the 2 strain to aim twice.
Ion blasters have medium range? Thought they were only short.
Oh, are they? Wait,
Yeah, I think all ions are short.
Oh,
Isn't
you're
it?
right. It is short. Fucking
Well,
Unless
I've got a
there's
free
special
maneuver.
hell.
So hold on, I've got a free maneuver, so I can free maneuver and then take a maneuver to get engaged with it, and then I can smash it.
Yeah, well, I mean, she can blast it first, and then you can
want me to
smash
give
it.
you want me to hit it with a disorient, because that'll help us out.
Okay.
So yeah, I will actually take 2 maneuvers to get within range, which now it's in short. It helps me anyway. I'm going to spend the dusty point to upgrade my check to 2 yellows. And here goes nothing. Any range defense on this thing?
No.
I thought medium short's only one maneuver.
Well, I did 12 to it, so that's not too bad. I didn't have enough. I needed, the 2 advanced to activate disorient, but there you go.
12 damage? Okay.
Yeah.
You see the sparks fly over its surface, but it's still trucking. And it's beeping and whirring all the louder.
So now it's probably actively broadcasting and alerting.
Right, we should have taken the tunnels. You're right, Saber.
Well, you should have let me smashy first.
Ion, does it do strain or does it actually do damage to droids?
It's a strain. Stun damage, droid only. I could do 1 wound to an organic with it.
For the thingy Pearson.
Yeah.
Okay, so let's see.
That's a weird probe droid.
So, as if no one else wants to go next, I'll use my free maneuver to go from medium to short, and then I'll use my maneuver to go from short to engaged, and then I'm going to stab this thing.
All right, regular difficulty. Actually, I am going to upgrade, so it's going to be 1 red, 1 purple.
Upgrade
Okay.
back. Use frenzied attack. Do all the things.
No, I'm not gonna frenzied attack this thing, but if I get the opportunity, I'm gonna stab it twice.
Also, your frenzied attack is a maneuver, not incidental, because you've taken it with other maneuvers. So you would actually have to take 2 strain from the extra maneuver and the strain from the frenzied attack.
It's a maneuver?
I don't think so.
Yeah, it says it's a frenzied attack. You take a frenzied attack as a maneuver.
Let me see that.
Unless you guys are playing as that it's just an incidental.
Well, no, if it's a maneuver, then I'll use a maneuver. I just didn't. I thought it was like an activated ability that didn't require a maneuver. 135.
It says it's an incidental.
Does it? I thought it said
Yeah.
maneuver.
Yeah, frenzied attack, activation, active, incidental.
Yeah.
Okay,
So-
so never mind. Okay, so defensive stance and stuff's maneuver, and then
Yeah.
it's incidental. Okay, never mind.
All right. So I'm just gonna try to stab it. Not frenzied attacking. I'll use 2 of the advantages to stab it twice, so that's 14 damage twice.
Uh-oh.
You tear its head right off. In fact, you cut after you tear it off, you then cut that head in half.
All right. Then I'll use the other 2 advantages to smash it, or no, I'll use the 2 advantage to heal 2 strain, just to effortlessly smash this thing.
All right.
Okay. I guess we don't get to know about that despair, though, do we?
Nope. But you do. What was able to be ferreted out was able to get ferreted out. So, as far as you can tell, all you now have to deal with is the river.
Okay. Yeah, we can go with the original plan. So,
Okay.
Rock, even though he's big, is still only a silhouette 1.
Mhm.
So I need a range upgrade, a strength upgrade, and the basic ability. So I need 3 force points to do that. Okay. Okay, I'll flip and take a strain.
And this is just to move rock, right?
Yes, so I
Okay.
move Rock long distance across the river with his rope.
Wait, can't you do the magnitude upgrade as well?
I would have to increase the difficulty to do that. I mean, do we want me to? Do we want to just move everyone across?
Well, I mean, it would have been handy, but it doesn't really matter.
I mean,
Yeah.
that's just 1 roll. I can keep rolling.
That's all right. We should just make this as sort of expedient as possible. So once I get across, I'm going to tie it, or find a decently sized tree, another large one, and tie the rope around the trunk, and then pull on it to make sure that it's tied proper. It's tied nice and tight.
Okay.
And then when it's all tight and tight, I'll just sort of raise my hand with a thumbs up.
If you all want to just climb over using the rope bridge, it's going to be an average athletics with 2 setback.
2 setbacks.
Yeah. Well, you're either standing on the rope or you're wading water using the rope to keep you from being pushed away. Either or, it seems like you'd have to deal with some environmental effects.
Well, I assumed you were just wrapping your legs around and then the rope and then shimmying across.
That's what I thought too.
Well, how high up is the rope?
Oh, it's probably a good maybe like 2 feet off the ground.
So it'd be like
Like it's
2
high
feet over
enough.
the water.
Yeah.
Yeah, no, I mean it would sink. So in the middle and such, you would actually be touching water, definitely.
Oh yeah.
There's no way to keep it taut enough over a long distance without it being quite a bit taller.
But it's space rope.
Yeah, so...
If you're gonna split hairs over, I'll take the setback out.
I think definitely one at least. I think the two is justified, though. What do people
Actually, you
think?
know what? Rock, roll a force die.
Oh.
Uh-oh. This isn't
We'll
gonna
have
end
that.
well.
We'll have that determine this.
Oh, awesome.
Okay, you're able to tie the rope tight enough that everyone, since you would be the heaviest one, no one else would be heavy enough to take the rope down into the water. So, nope,
Yours
no
tested it
setback.
for you.
Okay.
Fine.
All right,
Saber's
so
like, let's let him go across
after
first. We'll see what happens.
Athletics to use the bridge.
Okay. Saber uses one of those dark side to succeed.
Actually, for Faye and Urus, an upgrade for both of yours.
Wait, I already passed mine.
Oh, you already rolled? Sorry.
Oh yeah, he rolled with the setbacks, even.
Yeah, because you said since I was heavy enough to get across, they wouldn't have to roll.
And I'll focus on Fi as she's crossing in case something bad happens.
If she ever comes back, I think she took another nap. Well, just go on without me.
I'll just stay here. Maybe nip down for a pot of
This
tea.
hole looks rather comfortable. Maybe I'll take a nice little nap next to this corpse.
I thought they smelled bad on the outside.
You hollowed this thing out good, Rock. We could use it as our new home. If we ever get stuck here, we blow up the ship.
Uses the giant centipede as like a couch with the little small ones as like little throw pillows.
One's curled up as an ottoman. Could be quite cozy.
Anyone have 5 sheep?
Probably on the dossier if I was cared enough to look. For now, I'll look, but in the meantime, just Kyle, wake up. Kyle, wake up. Kyle, wake up.
Kyle, wake up. Kyle, wake up.
If we all clap, we could bring Fi back to life.
Don't let Kyle die. Clap, clap.
Did anybody see the horrible play that they did?
The live one they did on NBC.
Yeah, the Broadway live.
I couldn't watch that whole thing, but I watched bits and pieces. Christopher Walken, man.
I'll say, doesn't that make you have to at least try to watch it?
Well, it's like I just kept looking up, then looking down, looking back up again. It's kind of depressing, especially since you hear about how that actress wanted to play Peter Pan so much. It's like, oh dear, I'm sorry.
The only thing I don't like is didn't it look like that they just brought in Christopher Walken like out of the hospital and just threw a wig on him? I was like, here you go.
Yeah, it's like, okay, so roll your athletics, one purple, one purple, one red. Kyle. Oh,
Nice.
okay. Fi's able to make it across, and now
Yeah.
all that's
Sorry about
left.
that. Got called away. No. I said I'll be right back, but my mic was muted.
Well, that doesn't help.
Just not mute yourself because this is what happened. All right, and with the river of your way, all that's left between you and the temple is pretty sparse woodland, so you can just get over that no problem, and you end up in front of the temple.
Hold on. I want to do one thing before we leave that. I'm going to untie the end of the rope that's on our side, and then sort of bury it in some some loose dirt or put it under some foliage.
All right. Oh wait, so you're leaving it tied on the other bank though? You're just hiding your end?
I can't untie it on the other side.
Well, you're gonna have to tie it to something, or else the current's gonna take it away.
Oh yeah. Actually, I'll ask him. Saber, do you think you could untie the other end of the rope for me?
I'm afraid my abilities aren't that delicate. I don't have the fine manipulation upgrade.
Okay. Then I guess I'll head
As
down
you-
to I'll tie it very low around a tree, near the closer to the bank, so the line kind of dips down. Um, so if anyone tries to use it to cross, it'll eventually just lead them directly into the water, or lead them into the current.
And it's at least hidden a bit by the current, so.
Well,
Because
the
it's
other end on
underwater.
the other side is still up high enough.
Yeah, so. Oh well. Not much we can do about that.
Yeah.
Okay.
Saber rips out the tree now. I'm not being conspicuous.
Phi recognizes this temple is really old.
It's shaped like a pyramid. Oh god, like a
And
pyramid.
it shares the similar. It is not. It's definitely not. New, relative in the sense to all the other temples on Yavin. It shares the same sort of structure. So this temple by itself isn't all that special. What you do notice, however, is near the top, a large portion of the ceiling has apparently given way, and there's a large hole in it. Given what you know,
Let's go through the hole, eh?
you... gonna need that rope back. Given what you have come to suspect, the message pod might have made that hole when it crashed here.
Does the scanner give us an indication of that, or does it even tell us our like relative distance to it?
Oh, it tells you have been getting closer as you've neared the temple, and a quick proxy search reveals that yes, it is pointing to something inside. It's pointing inside the temple. It's
I
not like
wonder
something
if-
behind it.
Who remembered the repulsor sled?
I wonder if this temple has shamans like on Srilur.
What's a shaman?
Wise elders of the village.
Okay. I'm going to look at everyone else and go, who brought the repulsor sled so we can get this thing out of here?
Are you not a repulsor sled? Eurus make joke. Chim Chim teach Eurus joke.
No, I am not. I am a slayer of large things.
That you are, Rock. That you are.
You kill so much.
And yet there's still so much left to kill. So, if no one brought the repulsor sled, then the obvious question is, how are we going to get this giant thing back to the ship?
Well, we don't know how big it is. What, do we know how big it is? Did they tell us how big it was?
Well, it was big enough that they gave you a repulsor sled to use.
Oh.
It was big enough that we saw it on a hologram.
So I guess...
Roll a hard computers check if you want to know more specifics.
I guess that fact just completely slipped my mind.
Mine too.
Yeah,
don't
You said
worry.
hard?
Yes.
Yeah, I didn't even realize that we had a repulsor sled.
Had a repulsor sled?
Saber
Yeah,
casts
totally.
summon, and a repulsor sled appears.
Of course, you could have just flipped one of those nice Destiny points up there.
Yeah.
Done, and
I
I'll do
guess.
another one for my skill check. Oh, for fuck's sake.
You notice Eurus has
Yeah,
been
it's-
carrying the repulsor sled, and it's got a
It's
stuffed animal raincoat that he found on the ship.
It's a
It has actually been floating behind you this whole time. Eurus just had it tied with a rope, like it was a dog on a leash.
And you notice
Well, it
on
could be
top of
like
the repulsor sled, there's a
Actually,
stuffed
you know what? We should
rancor
have
that he
had
found.
Saber. We should have had Saber made the vigilance check to see if he remembered to bring it.
maybe it's
Too
impossible,
late
like
now.
an impossible vigilance check. Let's see. Impossible vigilance.
Too late now, but let's see if you make it. No, hey, not bad. You brought it, but it was damaged.
No, don't say that.
No, but we already spent the destiny point to say it's here. So hey, it's here.
Okay, so only Phi is going to roll that computers check.
For what's... Sure, Eurus knows about computers. It's like three...
Phi knows that
Hell, Rocky
the
is
message
a
prop
computer.
probably has bits and pieces you can take off of it.
Holy crap, Rock actually passed it.
Rock is a computer.
Rock knows that any big item can be punched enough into smaller pieces, and if you're smart enough, you can probably put them back together.
Yes. The theory of punching deconstruction and then reconstruction later. Yes, I know this well. Good at the deconstruction.
Rock's second theory.
Good at the reconstruction.
Okay, so you've gathered your repulsor sled through the power.
I assume it was like a
retcon.
collapsible one, and we just had it folded up somewhere.
Sure.
Collapsible repulsor sled.
Nah, Rock just had it strapped to his back the entire time. He just didn't notice.
It's an RC repulsor sled, and Faye had the actual
Remote.
controller in her backpack, so she just drove it here.
Over the river and through the woods to the evil temple we go.
Okay, so you're going inside?
Yes.
All right. As you go inside, you see that there actually isn't a very large antechamber, as you would expect with these kinds of temples. However, it does quickly branch off into several different paths. While there seems to be a faint light coming from the path that leads straight ahead, two of them that branch off to the side seem to get very dark very quickly.
Okay, so as you guys are entering the temple, you see Saber pause for a second, look at his hands that he slowly takes into a fist, and then he moves on.
I'm gonna look at Saber and go, what's eating you, kid?
So Saber just says that there's strength to be found here.
That doesn't sound good.
I'm going to recommend that we. Well, okay. So, which direction is the little pointer thingy that points us to the message pod pointing us in which direction?
It seems to be pointing straight.
Okay. So I'm going to look at Saber and go, Saber, do you want to go try and find this strength?
We should explore. Let's go, eh?
Yes, but we should split into two teams so that no one goes alone.
No, we should all go with Saber to make sure he doesn't get eaten by a grue or something now.
I don't understand what you're saying, but we are going to split into two teams.
But why we got to split into two teams? Why not just, we all got here, we got here, do the same, I'm saying?
You will go with Oris. I will go with Saber. Okay?
So while you two are arguing, Saber says there's no reason to split. Let's continue.
Okay.
Oh, the source strength is forward. Gotcha.
Alright, so I guess we'll head forward then.
All right. You go down the path that does contain a little bit of light, and it is a long path, but otherwise uneventful. You see kind of the signs of wear and tear. Vines are growing between the stones. A few of them have fallen, but the overall structure of the temple seems to remain intact. And as you come into a new room, it is a much wider and more open room, one you would expect from when you entered. And you look up, you see the source of light is actually the hole in the ceiling. And apparently this is where it led. However, in the floor, you see there's another hole.
Jack, I have one question. How long has it been since we've touched down on the planet?
It has been. Let's see. You did go through all of those really quickly. So I'd say about 3-4 hours.
Okay. So I've still got like 12 hours of, or no, 3-4 hours. I still have like 14 hours of battery life left. Just want to double check.
Oh yeah, that is important for you now.
Yep, that is important for me. Because Rocco will have remained like deactivated whilst on the shuttle there.
Plugged into a port.
Okay, and so as you notice, the room itself is relatively empty. However, there do seem to be a few bits and pieces lying about. Looks like a few spears.
I'm going to go to the hole and sort of look down it to see if I can see how deep the hole is.
Make a... Actually, I'll let you determine the difficulty on this. From easy to formidable, it's going to be a perception check.
If I wanted to look down as well, but apparently I forgot to turn off the hard mute.
Um,
Having a day. Formidable, you say? I'll do that.
I'll make a hard one. Why not? Nope. Rock don't see crap.
As you look down, you see that whatever light is coming from the hole above you, whatever gets into that hole that you're looking down, fades away really quick. It's just utter blackness.
Wait, I have the
Glow rod.
No, I do have a glow rod, but I also have the enhanced optics suite. So it would remove it only removes 2 setback from darkness, smoke, or similar environmental effects that obscure vision. But I failed, so it doesn't really matter. But I do have a glow rod, so I will activate that and sort of wand it over to see if I can see the bottom of this thing.
You see a few pieces of stone, but you can't even see the floor that's apparently holding those pieces, and you don't see anything beyond that. Whatever light your glow rod seems to be making, it is quickly dissipating.
Into the darkness?
Yes.
I'll drop the glow rod?
The darkness surrounds you.
Okay, you quickly see the stone's floor that has a hole in it, a slightly smaller hole, but once it passes through that hole, the glow rod just quickly disappears. You do hear, about less than a minute later, but a few seconds after you drop it, you finally hit the floor, and it sounds like it breaks. And then you also hear...
But did it sound like it hit stone, or was there a metallic sort of clang?
Roll average perception. Or maybe vigilance. I forget which one you would actually associate that sound with. I know if it's vigilance if you're trying to remember something, but it's like, what is the sound of something hitting stone and something hitting metal?
Yeah. I would be familiar with the sound of metal hitting many things.
Well,
Then for you,
also,
I'll let you roll vigilance.
I'll say vigilance is also actively seeking out something. So
Yeah. And I'd be listening to hear when it hit. Awesome.
All right. It sounded like it hit stone.
Okay. So I'll look up and I'll say, well, it hit bottom, but it hit stone. So if this thing did fall through all these different floors, something must have moved it. And I also heard something growl down there. So, yay! More fun for us.
Saber says that whatever creature is down there is likely feeding off the power as well. We should be careful.
Well, I can drop this plasma grenade down there.
Well, let's not, because we don't want to risk destroying the pod if it's already been damaged or damaging it further.
Boy, it's planetary scale. Sorry. I couldn't help it.
Okay, we don't need to vaporize everyone and everything in the nearest vicinity.
I meant the thing where down there. It's probably planetary scale because it was on a boat. I mean, a ship.
It was on a boat.
Station.
it was on a boat.
It's on a boat.
Am I drunk right now?
It's on a
Maybe.
space boat.
Rock would like to take suggest that the party sort of takes a moment, regroups, and recuperates, catches its breath, so to speak, after everything that's happened. So Rock would like to make a cool check to heal some strain.
Does everyone have strain?
I do not have strain.
Saber does from the light side point usage.
Okay. You can all roll that, but you also need to roll a force die.
Rock included?
Oh wow. Okay.
Yes.
Really?
Whoa.
Even if we don't have strain, you want us to roll it?
No, you're good. All right. You all easily recover strain.
Oh goodness. Lightside is with us today.
That's the only time we can roll light side, apparently.
And
Triumph.
all the triumphs, goodness.
I think that's the only time Rock's ever rolled double light side for anything.
Can I carry that triumph to be an upgrade for something later that you suggested?
Yes.
Can my triumph also upgrade his check later?
I'm going to say for Phi, as you kind of rest your eyes for a minute, you hear in the distance the sound of if you decided to sleep near the hole for some reason, I don't know why you would, you can hear the sounds of metal being like scattered on the stone. It sounded a lot like what happened when the glow rod hit it, but different.
Someone's trying to part the bloody messenger board down there.
Well, then we should get down there pretty quickly then.
All right,
All
let's
right,
throw rock.
lower
We
rope
can throw
down.
rock down there.
Well, I wish I had my rope.
Oh wait, we need rope. I do have rope.
You have rope?
I do.
Is there a regulation length for rope?
100 feet, I think, is what it says in the book. I only have
100.
one coil.
Is it feet or meters? I thought it was 100 meters.
Whatever, meters, feet. I don't know. Let me look it up.
There's a lot more meter than.
Almost as long. A meter is almost as long as a yard. That's like, I think 2.5 feet or something like that.
Yeah, I'll say there's a big difference between
I know.
100 meters and 100 feet.
Oh no, a meter is a yard. Yeah, because remember, yardsticks are also the same as meter sticks. Yeah, so that is a pretty big difference.
Okay, it's a huge difference, but you know what I meant.
Yeah, yeah, we know. Imperial system so much better than metric. Woo.
Well, we're on an Imperial ran planet right now, so.
They still operate on the metric system, measurement, which is odd.
There is synth rope.
Right?
See,
I think
It's actually 12 furlongs of rope.
Utility belt. Okay, they just have a climbing thing in the core, so I'm gonna have to look this up elsewhere.
yeah, I forget which book it's in. I'm looking on
Is it on the core?
one of these fucking things.
Okay, so equipment. Is it survival? What is it under?
Yeah, it'd be under gear survival, I think. Everyone search for rope.
Synth rope, right?
How does rope work?
Miracles.
Actually, if you look around, you notice the biggest problem is probably going to be where do you tie it to?
Oh, we have rock. Make a hole. So somewhere else we can tie it on to. You know, I don't see. It just says dig in explorations. A subsidiary of blah 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 blah. Most known for its vast network of personal scouts. Doesn't even say how long it is.
It's as long as we need it to be. Wahaha.
Sold in 20-meter spools. There we go.
Yeah, there we
There we
go.
go.
Yeah.
20 meters.
20 meters, which is
I was
what,
thinking
about
Dungeons and Dragons,
60
thinking about
feet?
100, whatever.
Okay, yeah. All right. So how are you going to deal with where would you tie it off to?
Does
you
anyone
rolling?
have any iron spikes? Did we bring the iron spikes? Anybody?
Rock does not have iron spikes.
Oh, man. How
I have
we
a
gonna jam doors
backpack.
then, man?
I have a backpack and then that little thing of spice around my neck and my sword. That's
Actually,
it.
you know, while we're figuring this out, I think I'll start medicine checking everyone else but me. Since they're all easy checks.
Well, my medicine.
Like, you're a mechanic, so don't worry. I'll
But
give
this
it
is
to you.
this is the only one you could do for the session. I don't. Or
Wait,
wait.
we're doing it one session now?
Oh no, sorry. I guess it's
Encounter.
Yeah.
You know what?
I'll say because we only have most of us only have one.
Oh,
So
well,
did we see
I'll just wait
two
anyway. That
paths
was weird.
as we entered, or
When you entered, you saw 3. 2 of them
Oh.
led like to the sides. One of them led straight.
okay. Okay, so it's either climb down this hole or venture off into wherever those lead.
You know, we definitely need to bring in get some frickin' torches or something. No one ever seems to have stuff on them.
Because they always get like scanner goggles or something. It's like I don't
Yeah.
care if the rest of you can see. I can.
Yeah, I got my hunting goggles. Lets me see. That's no moon. It's a boat. That's
We should
what
just
that
have-
is now.
We should
you know,
just
is there
have-
any really big rocks outside? We'll just drag it inside.
The rock's big enough to hold the rope, wouldn't fit through the door you came in.
Touche. Okay. Anything in the ceiling? Hey, lightsaber dude. Cut me. Cut like a.
cut a rock
small-
out of a wall.
Yeah, you know, no, not a rock out of a wall, but he can make like a little groove thing.
I'll say,
the
is there any
floor?
columns in the temple?
You know what I mean?
Are there any what's in the column?
Like any columns? Like
No.
support columns or anything?
It seems like the main supports are actually along the walls,
Here, I'll
and
show
they
you what
ride
I
all the
mean
way
by
up.
drawing over Jack's drawing. You do like a.
There's
No, it
black
didn't show up.
space in there.
I did white. It's supposed to show up. Oh, here we go.
Oops.
Something like that, you know? Like you do the groove, then you have it lower than that, so that when we're on it, it'll pull down instead of up.
And then we can just hang someone from it.
No, it's not a new. That's
Rocks
the
and
groove
rock.
you dig in the floor. You know, like you go like circly.
I know exactly what you're talking about.
Yeah, like a little. Make a little anchor.
So, a question is, do we want to be on a rope whenever we know that there's something down there?
No, you're supposed to lower Rock down, then we come down after Rock.
Well, I mean, then Rock would be fighting them by himself for a while.
Oh,
Yeah,
don't
I'm
worry
sure
about
this-
Rock can do that.
Rock,
Rock's
you're Rock,
fine.
fine, all right, Rock. Well, Rock can do it all by himself. No, he's today to fight with the left, right, and the hook jab. Know what I mean?
I only understood 3 words of what you said, and they were all my name.
I didn't hear any of it.
Are there really no other suggestions other than me taking a lightsaber to the wall?
Well, I guess technically, I don't have my entrenching tool. I could just beat at the stone if we had something.
What?
Without, you don't even have to use your lightsaber, but I mean, we could always just find the path down if you felt so inclined. It's a crazy suggestion, I know, but there you go.
But always, yeah, just jump and
You mean
fall.
you mean that big sign that says "this way down the hole"?
While you're on your way down, make sure to sing "Free Fallin'."
Well, Rock has an audio box, so he could just play it.
Actually, there's an interesting character flaw I've been meaning to introduce to Rock. That's small magnets, like refrigerator magnets, mess with his internal memory, and so he freaks out for a moment and then starts singing folk songs.
that's very Bender.
Okay,
of you.
Bender, yeah.
So yeah, what would the difficulty of carving a little thing for our rope anchor to be?
And while we're
If you're
doing
using your
this,
lightsaber, I'm not even gonna say you have to roll for it.
Okay.
we just have to let it cool before we put the rope on and burst into flames or something, you know.
So once again, are we confident that there's no one watching?
5 will stand on God. So what's
Eurus
the
will raise
question?
his hand. Will raise his hand and be like, "Eurus, watching."
I mean, he's going to point at the hole and say, "Do you see anything out looking through the hole?"
You sure don't want me to drop the plasma? You sure don't want to drop the plasma? grenade down there,
Given, maybe it's because I don't have the firm grasp of what you're cutting into, but the sight lines just don't work like that.
The what?
I mean, something in the hole could hear you, but from the angle I think you're at, I don't think they'd be able to see you.
Yeah. Well, it would just be a question of, oh, that's a lightsaber. Okay. But yeah, I'll cut a little.
I'm sure Rock
Do
and
this.
Eurus, with their size, could stand side by side to block any view of it.
Yep.
Okay, so groove lightsaber comes out, a few precision cuts, and I think we've got something to work with.
Oh, my beautiful, beautiful backgrounds. All right,
I can't even
yeah.
see what we're
I'd say you could probably use that. You hide a rope, put a rope in.
The good old-fashioned ice anchor.
I guess since you have that anchor, you'll just throw. Don't do that.
Who's doing that? Could possibly be me. No! Sorry, I got. I'm having really bad ADD moments.
So you throw the rope down. You never hear it hit the bottom, but it's hanging there.
So I guess Rock will take point.
Okay.
Rock will begin rappelling down.
All right. You go through and you see that there was definitely a floor underneath you that you don't see anything in, and you keep going. And around you, it's just utter blackness. Even with your optic upgrades, you just don't see anything. And as you get further and further down, you finally reach the end of the rope, and there's no floor beneath you.
So I'm going to climb back up to the previous floor, and I'll I'll look up and So I'm guessing that I'll look up and I'll say how many floors did I get down before I felt there was no bottom?
You only pass through that one floor before you pass through the floor of that one, and it was just nothing.
Okay,
So it's basically just the room everyone's in, that one floor, and then nothing, as far as you can tell.
Okay, so I'm going to climb back to that floor and say the rope isn't long enough to reach the bottom. I'm still, I think, like, from how long it took the glow rod to fall, I think it was like 3 or 4 floors. So there's probably 2 floors still underneath where I am.
Okay. So it looks like we do need to do some exploring. So.
Yeah. So Rock will, after I say that, I'll climb back up, just so we can explore together as a team.
Yeah. We can save that synth rope for another time.
Yep. Good idea, though.
Fi, do you want to take one of the spears? You know, that might be worth selling.
Certainly. Can I do a check on it?
Yeah, it's going to be either a hard lore check or an average education check.
Average education, you say? All right. I can do
Well, details will be different.
that. Well, I'll do the lore one as well then.
No, I'm not going to let you do both.
I'm gonna roll anyway, see if I made it. Aha, good.
Take that as strain. It's your punishment.
No.
This is a spear.
This is
It was average for a reason. It is a rather primitive tool. However, the weapon head, the pointed end, is affixed with a rock that apparently has been very well cut, very precise. It's not just like a rough rock-on-rock cut you expect from a primitive spear. The shaft itself looks pretty basic, probably just made from one of the nearby trees, but the weapon head, certainly there's definitely some artisan work going on in there.
All right, I will actually just I will gaffle it. I'll have can I attach this to your back, Rock?
Yours will
I can hold it.
Yours will admire it for one being a weak way, which they like spears, and 2, he's a gadgeteer, so he likes modifying stuff.
Right,
I
so
guess
we'll
I'll hold it.
Is there just one spear?
Well, there are several littered about. Some in better conditions than others.
Rock will just go find a spear and pick it up. He'll hand it to Urus, and then Rock will find another one for himself.
All right.
Poke some stuff in the face.
When you hand it to yours, he's going to give you a hug.
Oh, okay, Urus. I'm going to pat him on the back. You can let go now.
And that way you can feel how surprisingly strong he is.
He is surprisingly strong, but he's not stronger than me.
I don't know, that arm wrestling competition, I lost some points there.
Shut up, those are crappy rolls and you know it.
And I am way strong.
Okay.
And out of character, he is way stronger than the twins are.
Yeah.
Okay, I guess we'll go back to where the paths divide.
Yep.
Okay. So you go down, since you're all going in group, right? You just pick one, either or.
Oh, wait. Rock has the
do
perfect way to determine how to go. Which way to go. He'll find a clear patch of stone. He'll take the spear. He'll rest it on its unsharpened end. Then he'll let go. And whichever way the spear drops is the way they'll go.
Roll a force die.
And then it's perfectly balanced and doesn't drop at all.
It points to the right.
Goes to the right?
Yes.
Then we go to the right. I'll pick up the spear as we move along that.
If the GM's like, which way has more enemies? Oh, they'll go to the right.
Which, it's like, one way, certain death. The other way, badass riches. What do they already do? Let's leave it to fate.
All right. So you go down this path, and you notice that unlike the last one, which had the benefit of a hole in the ceiling to illuminate it, this one doesn't seem to have any point of light, and it gets dark really quick. Enhanced optics, hunting goggles, they are able to see a distance, but there is a point where it just dissolves into blackness.
Gotcha.
Rock will take point because he's got the enhanced optics suite.
If fine,
It has the same effect, but all right.
we'll be right behind him
It's great
The path,
because he's the big bruiser.
the path does seem to take a step down progressively. It also seems to be in a very large circle, so you're kind of taking a spiral all the way down. There doesn't seem to be a point where it hits that floor that you know is under the antechamber. But it just keeps going down. You know that you're well past that point, and it just keeps going around and around and around. How are you going? Like, what method are you using when you're going down here? Are you just walking?
Yeah,
I
I see no reason why we would.
We are
Sort of.
carefully moving forward, examining for traps and or whatnot. I will use my spear to poke at the ceiling, just in case.
All right.
Rock will use his to tap the floor.
So everyone who's trying to search for traps, make a hard perception check with one setback due to the darkness.
Can I use
And this
vigilance?
isn't unless you actually have like a torch, you have to deal with that setback. Electronic equipment doesn't seem to be working very well.
Yeah. Could Saber use vigilance since we are looking specifically for traps? So he'd be looking for tripwires.
Yes, but it's going to be daunting for you.
Okay.
Isn't that just unfortunate? A failure with triumph.
Okay, as you step forward, right before Phi takes another step down a level, Saber stops her, and then he points to the wall, and it appears to be a small little hole is in the stonework. And then Phi, being Phi, positions herself so she steps on the plate anyway, but doesn't get shot by whatever comes out of the hole. And so a dart pops out, hits the stone on the opposite wall, and clangs to the floor.
Teamwork.
Alright, I collect the dart and study it.
Do an average medicine check.
Oh.
Medicine. Blah, 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 blah. Hey!
Wow.
I am
The
genuinely
dart is
surprised.
covered in the black ichor of the Zevan Sentai.
Alright.
It is apparently a very powerful neuroparalytic.
Oh, sweet. I will keep stepping on that until all the darts are out of it and collect them up.
You collect 3 total.
Nice.
Ninfrey's gonna be so jealous.
So that's
It has the same qualities as the neuroparalytic in the core rulebook. It's just on a dart.
Oh, he's not gonna be jealous because he's got the exact same thing.
Well,
in dart form.
if there are still active traps, we can at least be confident that no one else has been down to disturb
Yeah.
the pod.
Does Rock come across any traps? His trap sense, he failed. Big time. What if they're just neuroparalytic darts?
I'm gonna say he just stares at the wall as they're walking down, and everyone kind of snickers at him. Take a point of strain.
That's silly bloody droid sitting over there.
You overtax your optical sensors, and you don't see anything.
Oh, that would be funny if as soon as we get light, he's got those neuroparalytic darts all over him since they don't really do anything to droids.
No, that would have been a despair.
They're hilarious.
Hold on, I need to turn the fan on in here. It's getting way too hot.
Oh, all this talk about darts.
Then you should take your clothes off.
Neuroparalytics. I didn't know that was your thing, Jack.
Okay.
Although it would be obvious to see someone hand you a glass of something with a giant floating dart inside of it.
Just buttermilk drink it, you'll be fine.
All right. So you eventually make your way down, and you come to what appears to be a medium-sized room. And by that I mean from where you're standing at the entrance, it's medium range to the other end. But it's also very narrow. And at the other end, you see a door.
Is the door closed?
By the way,
Currently, yes.
I want to give our good buddy Rock one of the darts and say, just hold it in your hand in case you want to poke something with it.
I'm going to look at Fi. I'm going to hold up my regular hand that's not holding a dart and go, this is far more effective, and hand her back the dart.
Bloody droids.
So Saber has to get a native upgrade since, like, his nemesis, the door, showed up.
I'm just, like, when Fi says that, I'm just going to look at her and go, this more effective, and shake my hand in front of her face, than this, and hold
So,
the dart in front of her face.
could you describe what the door looks like? Does it look fairly substantial, or is it
It
just...
looks like it's made of stone with several pieces interlocking to create a very large lock.
It's menacing at you.
Saber should take door obligation at some point.
So, I mean, it would seem substantial enough to hide, like, monsters behind it, basically.
It's actually it's still silhouette. It's a silhouette one door. It just looks very, very reinforced.
Okay.
I wish to search for a mechanism before he rips it off its thing.
Well, Saber is, I mean, if this thing is holding back things, we probably don't want to just destroy it.
It's going to be a daunting perception check to look for an interface.
I believe in my rolling abilities. Oh, yes! Every single thing rolled threat. Oh, sorry, wait. The setback rolled a failure. But still.
Take all that as strain. But after your hard searching and squinting, you see that there is no clear mechanism that opens the door.
What? Oh, you.
However, you are accustomed to these sort of doors. There usually are intangible mechanisms that can be used to open it.
So what
Either
you're saying
the
is,
mechanism is on the other side of the door, or the mechanism is inside the door.
Rock is going to
so
grab...
someone needs to use the force. That's what you're saying.
Well, hold on. So the locking mechanism, like the pieces that are locking the door, are visible to us, right? That's what you said.
No.
Well, you said there were three parts.
You don't see the mechanism, you just know the way Fry knows from the way the door interlocks. Like, from your perspective, it looks like all the pieces cleanly cut into one another to form just one solid surface.
Okay.
It's like a stone Rubik's Cube.
Rock knows how to solve Rubik's Cubes. You smash them and then put the pieces back together in order. So, Rock's going to try to push the door down.
It's going to be each plate. Oh my. Yeah.
trying to avoid
So
this.
it's going to be a formidable.
What if we?
I'm
What if
going to
Eurus helps?
upgrade once, and I'm also going to give you 2 setback because there doesn't seem to be a clear joint you can pivot on. So
I'm
this
just
is
going to plant my feet and then plant my hands shoulder width apart on the door and then just push. But okay, so here we go.
Of course. Yeah.
Cool.
Rock's just, his arms flex back and then flex forward, and the door just breaks. It actually, the door itself should be more honest. The door itself doesn't break. The rocks around the door break, and the whole piece just falls forward as one solid, piece of junk now.
Oh man.
And then
So much.
finds a switch and pushes it, and then you see the door start to unlock on the floor.
I'll sort of stand to the side and sort of motion for them to enter, like a maitre d'.
Well, so much for containing whatever was inside. Oh, speaking of which,
Whatever.
Everyone with hunting goggles or enhanced optics can see a lot of eyes now looking at you, reflected like a night vision.
I throw the plasma grenade.
I'm going to grin. I'm going to grin like a madman and go. If it bleeds, it can die.
I'm totally
What if you have
a
a
plasma grenade.
It can die.
What if you have a nightlight? Can you see anything with a nightlight?
You can see faint. You can see faint shimmers like reflections.
You see yours pull out a little.
Well, do I need to do a lore check or a xenology check for these?
At the moment, you cannot see a lot. You can make a check off of.
Like, I'm gonna throw the plasma grenade. I'm not gonna. Nope. That's what Faye's like. Nope.
All right. Throw regular. What's the range on a plasma grenade? Just short.
Yeah, short.
All right.
Unless
Then
you
just,
have
just do the one difficulty roll for throwing it.
Rock will yell, "Bloody hell!" Get out of the way.
Okay, and it hits. It lands in a small concentration of the eyes and detonates, and you just hear a bunch of the same, like, high-pitched versions of the roar. And as the plasma, still burning on the stone, illuminates the room a bit better, you can see now the creatures that live down here. You might have to scroll down in order to see them.
They look kind of badass.
They look like formidable opponents.
They appear none too happy that you have just roasted a good portion of them. Roll initiative. For Kyle, cool. For the rest of you, vigilance.
Well, actually, I think my vigilance is better than my cool.
what the heck?
Well, then you
Look at
shouldn't have
that.
thrown a grenade.
I am not having good luck with these vigilance
I'll say
rolls.
every vigilance roll you've had has been like 1 success, 2 success.
Yeah, I think I had a 4 success one, like the first one we did, but that doesn't help me now.
That was the tree one.
Rock's gonna stand up and just sort of assume a position sort of in the hole he pushed, and activate his van blades and just sort of grin, just this big, metallic, shiny, toothy, metally evil, sort of menacing grin.
Here's 1 vigilance. Oh, I
Holy
like that. All right, hold on.
I wonder who goes first.
I need to do math again. Sorry.
Okay, did Fi roll the cool?
Holy crap.
There you go.
Okay.
Okay, let's see.
Wow, we rolled really sucky, by the way, except for Rock.
Okay, and here's another.
And he's supposed to be as fast as a rock.
Nope, and there's another.
0, really?
Yeah, imagine that. All right, and here's another, and here's another. Okay.
That's a lot of dudes.
It is, isn't it?
They bleed, they breathe, they'll die.
You know,
Hold on, let me just go ahead and update all of
So you
this.
still have lightsaber out, right? Because
I wouldn't have taken the lightsaber out yet. I mean, you just threw a grenade at them at the same time. I mean, do they look sentient? They're wearing clothing, right?
They're wearing bits and pieces of skin from what you could probably guess are nearby animals.
And they do know how to fashion tools, so they are a crude society of some sort.
Yeah. Okay. So
you know what? I didn't mean to go
NPC
murder bot, but that was just too freaky for me.
Yeah. So NPC,
Honestly, I probably should have
PC,
done a fear check.
2 NPCs, the rest of the PCs, and then 2 NPCs at the end.
Rock is going to take an incidental and call, like just yell, like, I want the biggest one.
But Eurus is your friend.
Well, not yours, obviously.
Oh my, I have so many things on my desk. I have to have all these things. All right, hold on. I'm almost done. So I guess it's one initiative slot before everyone else.
Yes, NPC goes first with that 5.3. I'm guessing the leader.
But didn't someone get a free move or two?
Oh yeah,
But he just already used that.
yeah.
Okay, so what you actually hear is a very loud. It's just like the roar you've been hearing before, but instead it sounds kind of articulated, like "Groo Chot Toddy." And you can see a set of the eyes that were actually closest to you. They move. Oh wait, I forgot. I have to roll for that.
Yeah, fair the leadership check. Come on. In fact,
Okay, yeah. So it is going to be easy.
Oh, shenanigans.
He's like, you move forward, and they're like, fuck you, plasma grenade.
Okay, and you see a set of eyes that were close to you. They start flocking back towards the sound of the voice.
Oh, did he just form a squad?
You see a set of eyes that were in front of you move back towards the voice.
Alright, let's squad it up. You know, for that triumph, you can have them immediately take an action if it is a squad, I'm just saying. Not that I don't know if they do. They have rifles or something. But just
Yeah. You actually... They are going to attack.
I don't think they have rifles. They have recruit society.
They are going to attack.
I'm glad I'm in front.
I can throw things at you.
That is true. They can throw things.
Keep that. So they have... Oh, wait, no, that's not how it works. Okay. Jeez, man. All this math. I kind of regret it. What defense does Rock have?
1 ranged.
Okay. All right. You just see several. They're not like the spears that were there before. They actually look like pikes, and they just hit you all over. One of them strikes you in the shoulder, and they do.
Does it get past the 11 soak?
I'm trying to figure that out right now. Actually, I don't think they do. Yep, they hit your armor and then just ricochet right off, clinging against the ground.
Sounds like we've got a wall. So.
You know, we just need...
And for that triumph, you hear calling in the distance again, "Wicha Nani!" And suddenly,
Oh.
Does the big one step forward?
no, another set of eyes appear out of the darkness.
Ah.
So Kyle was right. I did form a squad. So remove that 0, that 0 initiative slot, and then add the 2.
2 more initiatives?
Remove the one that rolled 0. Take that one out, and then
Okay.
put in the one that rolled 2. Another one that rolled 2.
Oh, another one that rolled 2. Okay.
Yeah.
So change the 0 to a 2.
Yeah. that is how that would work. That would save a lot of time, though, wouldn't it?
So we got a PC and then 3 NPCs.
Well, Rock is currently Rock's currently at point. Let's see. So about how many, can we tell, so how many pairs of eyes are actually looking at us now?
Let's see. That would be 18 sets of eyes.
18 sets of eyes?
Yes.
Holy shit.
For the still glowing plasma, you can see that each set of eyes does indeed have a body behind it.
Well, since their spears were completely...
We kill 4 people and there's just a bunch of eyes painted on the wall.
Well, since their spears were completely and wholly ineffective against me, if you guys don't mind, Rock, does anyone else want to do anything?
I think you should go ahead and go first. I mean, if you're just gonna dive in the middle of them, I think they're gonna try to focus you, which is they have 3 slots. So.
And Eurus is scared right now because he might have to use lethal damage against them with that many people.
Yeah. Okay. So, about how far away is the closest set of eyes from me? Short range?
Yes.
Okay. I'm going to. I'm not going to activate my Van Blades, but I'm going to move into engaged with the nearest set of eyes, and I'm going to attempt to grapple them. Because this is going to be where I post what I said I wanted to do when we first met the stormtroopers. I'm going to take a motherfucker, and I'm going to hit him with another motherfucker.
So brief me on how that works roll-wise.
Roleplay-wise, so it'd be like I pick one of them up and then slam them into another. I know it would count as an improvised weapon when dealing damage.
Yeah, so I'd probably say...
Okay, so opposed athletics. All right.
Yeah, opposed athletics and then an improvised weapon roll.
So if you did it on a minion, would it just be that one minion's opposed athletics, or would it be the whole group?
I think it depends on how you want to do it, Jim. I would say he's dealing with not just that one minion.
Yeah, I'd say the whole
even
group can help, at least. So it would be, I say it would be opposed totally. So that would be... athletics is on.
Because you have to do the others.
So it's 4 red.
Wait, 4 red?
It's an opposed athletics.
They have 4 ranks in athletics? Holy crap.
That's not how that works, but sure, go ahead and assume that.
Oh.
It's upgraded for each person.
Yeah, remember, a group of minions, they lose upgrades the more minions that are killed.
Okay.
They can only upgrade, I think, 5 times.
Because it's just if that's a class skill, and then they gets upgraded per minion, right? Isn't that how it works?
So you might want to beat down a few of them before you try that.
Yeah, I think I'm gonna... Do you mind if I change it just to... I'm gonna try to stab 1 or 2?
You already declared an action.
Well, the problem is, you went all the way until I told you a difficulty, and it was pretty well up front that it was minion groups, so I'm...
Yeah. So I'll do it then.
I believe in you. Hey, spend some left side, man. Come on, rock it. I've seen you pass the formidable leadership check.
Yeah.
I don't think passing it's the problem, it's the despairs that might pop up.
That's what I'm thinking about.
Just use up more power, right? Each despair is enough.
Whoa! Shit. And double triumph pass up just as much.
Oh dear.
He said, I see your 4 chalice dice, and I raise
I think you need to have
triumph.
1 in each hand that you're tossing.
That's what I was getting ready to say. Like, can you pick up 1 with each arm and just like?
I'd say he ejects his Van Blade and uses that to grab onto them, and then he takes 2 of them and throws them back at the group.
Okay, that's pretty awesome. I'll do that.
That should totally initiate a morale check, man.
I would agree if it wasn't for circumstance.
They're all mind controlled.
No.
If I guess, you can just tell me to shut up.
So
that would give it away then.
I don't know what kind of damage
So
it
shut
would
up.
be. I have 3 ranks in feral strength, so with the success that's 5. With my brawn it would be 11. But I don't know how you want to deal that damage out because it's against multiple. Well, it's against the minion group, but it's multiple targets in the minion group.
I think we can apply.
Triumphs, if you want to use those as crit, kill 2.
I'll use them as crits then.
Okay, and then how much damage would you do?
It would be 11.
11 damage. They go through soak. Which, fuck me, math. Why do you have to be such a dick? Okay, and so when you throw one at another, you apparently they both land on one of the pikes that deflected off you earlier, and that one appears to die. So now you see in front of you 2 sets of eyes, looking kind of mad. One of them pushing off the corpse that you threw at it.
Okay. Is there a set of eyes that's taller? That's sort of higher above all of the others. So like
Yes, but in the back. It's
in the back.
currently medium range from you now.
Okay. I'm just gonna stop my action there then. But I'm just going to make it known that I'm going to continue pressing forward towards the taller set of eyes because that's their leader, and I want the big one. And it's just off reasonable assuming / inference.
Works,
I want
works
what
for
is
me.
best in life, Kyle.
Do they have women? I don't know if you can hear their lamentations.
If they don't, I'll make them women and then make them lament.
Whoa. Them's fighting words.
Those are
Yeah.
beating death with it.
Okay.
So now it's all
the opportunity.
three
Yeah,
NPCs' turn.
Yeah, you've got 3 NPCs that could go.
Okay. Oh wait, hold on. I did that wrong. These guys don't technically exist. Oh, but they do. Shit, man. Okay, and so
Wait, what was that about existing?
here in the back.
None of us really exist, man. We're all just dreams.
Oh, don't get me started on that. You hear in the back, Itawane Chanikuna. And then the larger sets of eyes that Rock identified earlier suddenly close the distance, and you see a slightly larger version than these guys that you've been fighting, but he is buffer, and he has armor, and he has a very big stick, and he's aiming right at Saber.
What? Why?
None of them were in the room, though.
He charges right at Saber.
Okay.
If Saber was by that doorway, he's still in range, and
You forget the
Rock moved
whole
out of the way to
you
attack.
push the whole door down.
Oh, right, yeah.
Yeah, 3 melee defense since I don't have a weapon out right now.
Okay, and so that's engaged, and he's swinging at you.
I don't know. Can I flip a light side to have my lightsaber out?
No, because that activates way too much stuff for you for the price of the weapon.
Yeah, I should have taken it out once I heard about the light situation. Oh well.
Okay, and then he's going to do... Shit, man, there's just all this stuff I have to look at. But I almost got it. I just have to do one more thing, because he does that. Okay. And so it's that and that with that, and he swings at you doing that. Okay, so that
No
does...
advantage. Oh, that might be a lot of damage, though. I can't parry it either. Fuck.
All right. That is, let's see, 9, 10, 12 damage.
12. So I soak 4 of it.
It has breach 1.
What?
Yeah.
What?
The blade at the end appears to be glowing.
Oh,
Oh,
never mind.
that's kind of
Out of
sucky
character.
that I couldn't parry that.
I have to. Okay, you know what? That is fair. To be honest, I forgot that guy had breach, so I'll let you spend that destiny point, and I'll re-roll that with the parry.
Yeah, I mean, you can just roll 2 additional. Well, a parry just applies afterwards, so you can roll 2 additional setbacks just by themselves to that same roll. So it can't, make it go away, but.
Okay.
Okay,
So yeah, now it's still the 12 with the breach.
Okay, so with parry and with, let me actually look at my sheet because it actually says what I can parry away. I think I can parry / soak. Well, no, I can't soak any of it. Never mind.
It's 3 plus ranks and parry, I think.
Yeah, I have 2 ranks in parry. 1. Wait, no. Oh yeah, so I have the initial rank in parry in 1, so 4 of it. So I take 8 damage. So I have 9 out of 17. So that's a pretty significant hit.
Okay. And while this guy closes, you do see several of the smaller ones, Rock kind of slice and diced, come up behind him. They apparently were the same ones he had called to him before.
Darn it, Saber! I called the big one.
Yeah. Okay. Yeah. Sucky vigilance rolls really suck.
No, I gotcha. I'm just giving you crap. That's okay. I'm going straight for him now. Now that I see him. Oh, he's mine. I'm going to delight cutting him up.
So what about those other two NPCs that are supposed to go after him?
Yeah.
Is it going to be
Yeah, hold
Dogpile on
on.
the saber?
No. Another smaller set. Yes. Another smaller set of eyes that just watched what, not the same group that Rock attacked, but another group. They try to engage him.
Oh, to engage me?
Oh,
Yes.
actually, can I have that guy that just attacked me make an average discipline check against fear?
Oh yeah, that's right. He got engaged with you.
And this group needs to make a one difficulty one. Because I have.
Discipline is willpower, right?
Yeah, yes. So if he doesn't have any ranks in that, just raw willpower.
Okay. Well, he does. I just forget what it was. Okay, yep, there it is.
Does he want to upgrade the check?
In fact, yes, he will. Things might get a little bit brighter. Ooh.
Ooh! Okay, can you roll an additional setback for that last check? It's because he's technically disoriented for being afraid. Yeah, one less damage. That might help overall. Oh, that actually puts me below half.
Oh, actually, I'm sorry. I forgot he had another thing to do with. I just need to roll 2 more boost for that.
Oh,
Okay, yeah, no, he's not afraid. So
okay.
yeah, roll it all back.
Okay.
Sorry, I have all these things in front of me. I don't know what's what anymore.
Oh, is he like confident? Is it confident that it's boost or something?
No, confidence downgrades it. This is something else.
Oh, okay. Never mind.
Magic Man. Okay, so yeah, another group is going towards Rock, and they're going to attack. So that would be melee, which is 1, 2, 3. What's your melee defense? Just
Two melee defense.
okay. I'm gonna upgrade that. Man, these things roll so badly. Okay, and so they're nice shiny spears clang against you for, geez, another 9 damage. So it's just they literally clang right off of you.
Yeah. If this guy was smart, he would have gone for rock. But obviously he was drawn to saber.
Smarts has nothing to do with that.
Yeah.
For the 2 advantage, they're going to see what little damage they do and take a maneuver out of engaged.
Ah, they learn their weapons don't hurt me, so they should get away from me. Good. I want the big one.
Okay, another NPC. I assume everyone else is still in the tunnel. It's too narrow for that.
Yeah,
So,
I guess me, Fi, and Saber just standing beside each other.
Yeah, so the big guy went, some minions went, and then, yeah, I guess they can...
okay,
Yeah,
so
one.
now another guy is going to try and take on Rock mano a mano.
Is he a big one?
He is bigger than the ones you've been killing, but not as big as the one engaging.
But you notice he has heels on.
Ah.
Okay.
Why is it all? Why do they always wear heels?
I'm gonna flip. Ridiculous. For those advantage, I'm gonna say he takes a free maneuver to get out of engaged.
I just want to ask one question. Does this slightly bigger one, does he have the same kind of glowy stick that the first one had, that the Really big
No,
one's dead?
they all seem to have the same kind of articulate spear that you guys have been picking up, but theirs appear to be slightly shinier, but only one of them glows, and that's the one that the biggest guy is using.
I just love how I used it to get out of engage. So basically, some dude's like, "I'll challenge him," and he misses, like, "Nope," and steps back.
You don't want none of this.
Okay, and that's 3 NPCs, so it's your guys' turn again.
Okay. I'm gonna have Saber. With his lightsaber out already, he's gonna step back. What's this guy's discipline? Since he seems to have some force sensitivity. The big guy.
Yeah. I'm sorry. What were you trying to do? I was trying.
I'm gonna be doing an opposed check against his discipline using a force power.
Okay, and I already rolled that, so it was just 2 red, 1 per. Actually, it's going to be 3 red. Upgrade.
Okay, I will.
And 2 setback. Sorry.
2 setback.
Yeah, it's special quality.
Okay. And you guys might notice that Saber is rolling 4 force die here.
Ooh.
Well, let's see. What am I actually trying to do here? Okay. Yeah.
Whoa.
Okay.
Success.
Success.
Oh, crap.
There's enough. So for my discipline roll, do you want to apply the double despairs to?
Yes, I'm going to upgrade that one twice.
Okay, so that was going to be daunting, upgraded twice then.
Yeah.
Okay, let's see if I am influenced before we know. Wow, I overcome it easily.
Yep. You feel that it kind of pushes away from you. You can still draw on its power, but it seems to have less influence over you.
Okay. Well, I toss this guy back. Oh, I'm going to have to flip for that, actually. I toss him back as far deep into the cavern as I can. So I can toss him as far as long range, and that's 12 damage.
All right. Let's see.
If I can hit like a minion group as well as I'm doing that, that'd be good.
Actually, as you throw him back into the darkness, you hear. It looks the people that were around him. They run after him, like they just keep following him to the end. And you actually hear a large squishing sound and a metallic clang, and then you hear Itanucha. But that's it.
So does it look like I could toss him long range, or?
Yeah, he definitely went the distance. You don't even see the glow of his eyes anymore.
So as a part of that triumph, Saber looks pretty pleased with himself, having not only overcome the power of this place, but he seems to just be embracing it and controlling it himself.
Go Saber, that guy was mine.
He's yours now, Rock.
I'll say closer to you now.
Good.
Actually,
Why he wanted
even more after seeing that, the group that was just eviscerated by Rock, they book it. They seem to be breaking off further into the chamber. Their eyes disappear. Rock can still hear their footsteps, though.
Aww. I can't give chase yet.
In PC.
PC? Or just
Yep.
PC? All right.
2 PCs.
Okay.
Guess I'll just maneuver in to get to Rock, because not really anything to do, because then everybody gone.
Not everybody's gone. There should still be like one minion group and one slightly larger guy still in there. They're just like a maneuver away from me.
Oh, okay. Then I'll go to the larger guy then. See, it'd be 2 maneuvers?
Yes. Yes, it would.
Okay, I'll take the strain for that. And I don't have maneuver, so I will be doing a brawl attack.
Okay.
And does he have any special
He has no defense.
and no nemesis or anything?
Wait, are you going up for the biggest guy Saber threw, or just one of the bigger guys that tried to attack Rock?
No, the bigger guy that tried to attack Rock.
Okay, yeah, no defense.
Okay. Yeah, sure. I'll attack with both my fists. I don't have enough to... Okay, so that will be 7, 8, 9 stun damage.
Okay. It appears miffed.
So then I think the only one to act right now is Phi.
Yeah.
Xenology check?
Maybe a lore check too. I mean, that guy seemed pretty lore-y.
Yeah, I think I'll do a lore check. I think that seems more pro. I don't know. You're the GM, man. Thou art the dungeon master.
I'll have a lore check affect the xenology check. If you want to do xenology now, it's going to be...
I'll do the lore check first.
Okay, then it's going to be formidable.
Oh wow.
Crack that big brain.
How many failures?
You don't want to know. I rolled 1 success, 5 failures. So 4 total failures. But at least the advantage cancels out the threat.
Yeah.
Whatever. I guess that's my turn because I'm not moving in.
You
I
threw
will
a plat-
take cover behind the broken door. In fact, I will go prone behind it. I'm hiding. They can't see me.
So basically, Saber sees you take cover and then look up in the air like you're thinking about something.
Exactly.
Why are you tilting your head
Little
slightly to the
dots appear over
left?
my head going. Boop, 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 boop.
He's relaxing.
You see a loading screen over your head since all the failures.
Saber does have quite a few wounds. If you want to help with that sometime.
Phi has crashed, restarting in 120 seconds.
Okay, so
Why would I do that?
who's up now, NPC?
You've got an NPC slot now.
Just one before the round resets?
Yes.
Okay.
So you'll have two.
All right, so he went. They ran. All right, that just leaves one person, of course. One of the bigger ones is going to try and attack Saber. He's going to use his maneuver to close.
Well, remember, Saber stepped back, so I don't know how far he is from me now.
So that was a whole maneuver?
Yeah, Saber moved back into the tunnel before
Okay,
he
so-
flew the guy back.
Yeah. He's gonna be able to still get to you, but
Okay.
he's gonna like cut himself on the door frame as he tries to climb over the broken door to get it.
And Phi.
He steps right over her.
Yeah.
Too badass for that. Don't I get an attack
Alright.
of opportunity?
So, what are you throwing against me for just a melee attack?
5 setbacks.
Jeez. Okay,
So,
this guy
armor-
is bringing with.
Bringing a spear to a
Okay,
lightsaber
I'm
fight.
gonna flip a destiny point, if that's gonna help me.
Oh, wait, make him discipline check before he starts.
Oh yeah.
You can flip for that one, though, too.
No, I'm not gonna count that.
If he gets staggered.
It's only average. I really wish there were more like trees that had fearsome in it, but that would be a too overpowered. Okay. Can I make him take 2 strain though?
Yes.
We never
Yes,
know.
you can.
Whenever they come out and they finally do the book for the warrior class, like that's basically the Dark Jedi class. There might be more in that.
That would be nice.
Holy crap! All right, well he does hit you, and that is, let's see, that'd be 1 damage. That's okay. It's going to be Damage 8, pierce 2.
Okay. Okay, so of that 8, I take away 4, so that becomes 4 pierce 2, so that does 2 damage.
Man, what is... Hold on. Actually, that weapon quality has... Shit. Everything's just falling right off of me. Okay, yeah, no, that doesn't apply. Never mind. Just the damage. You want him to do anything with that threat? You could probably use that to get a maneuver, too.
Yeah, I could move... I don't want to really move deeper into the tunnel, though. Can I knock him prone? As I deflect back some of the attack.
Do you have advanced parry yet, or improved parry?
Oh no, that's in a completely different tree.
Oh.
I think that's in the intelligence-based tree, actually.
Yeah.
So
Can I disarm him?
Yeah, I'm going to say, yeah, if you want, I can say that with the force of him trying to hit you, it kind of only scratched you, but when it hit the floor, it kind of reverberated out of his hands.
Yeah, so a disarm for 2 of those, and then another 2 strain.
All right. You can actually see the look in his eyes. It isn't fear. It isn't hatred. It's kind of admiration.
Oh, okay. Interesting. You shall worship me.
In that case, Saber uses his maneuver to write down his number.
That's an incidental.
No, it's incidental.
Coffee later that week.
He has them pre-written on a piece of paper.
I mean, Catman / whatever these are, it works.
Cat orcs.
If only the thing from beyond the veil could have seen him now. But that was Shorebecca's time to shine. Okay, so that thing that brings us to the top of the order, which is the NPC. What is he gonna do? He's at long range from you now because of what you threw at him. Well, you threw him. Okay, yeah. You can just hear footsteps closing in. The eyes of the big one appear. But that will be it.
So,
So,
how far away is he? Still long range from us right now, or from me?
He's medium.
Medium from me.
Yes.
So, one of the groups did break off, though, right?
Yeah.
The one rock was engaged with.
Okay, so that
What
means
was left of it.
the bottom slot goes away. Okay, so, yeah, we have a PC slot then.
Rock would like to take that.
Jawohl.
So Rock will take the next one. He's going to take 2 strain to get to the big guy. And he's going to take another 2 strain to frenzied attack. And he's going to try to stab him twice.
Does he have an adversary?
Adversary 3.
Oh, wow, that's as
Very
much as
bad.
an Inquisitor. Wow, okay.
Any melee defense?
Yes, 2 melee defense.
Okay. I'm going to flip the light side.
So you have 3 chances of despair.
I do, but I have
Something
7 chances at triumph now.
Oh, gosh.
And here we go.
I really should get a bigger desk. I think that's the main problem here.
That's kind of a sad roll for what you were getting.
Yeah.
It is. It
Really
really is.
Yeah, but at least he gets hit twice.
Was 10, so 12 damage. And I can only activate the second attack once, correct?
Yeah.
Okay. So that'd be 12 damage twice, and I can crit. I can crit once. At plus 30. So here's the crit.
Actually, don't even roll that.
Don't roll the crit.
Well,
The
too late
crit.
for that. As Rock approaches, the eyes that were following the biggest one, they come up to surround him, and they absorb all of Rock's attacks. You cut them to pieces, but the biggest one takes no damage. However, the minions he had following him have been completely eviscerated by Rock.
Oh.
Okay, so that's another group that's gone? Like his entire squad?
Yeah, yes. That was the one you deleted earlier, so that has no effect on the initiative.
Yeah, when they join the squad, they leave their initiative slot.
Oh, well, that was the group that was 0-0 that got changed the initiative, so...
Well, they got taken out when they became the squad, though. They didn't get taken out now.
Oh. So do they get to act independently at all?
No, that was the whole thing. They get to absorb damage, but only when the leader triumphs does the squad get to make it their own action.
Okay. I thought was there another squad that came in after them, or was
Yes,
it...
there was.
Yeah, he called for another one. They had like a 1 something or something.
Yeah,
Okay.
that's when you rolled a despair on something.
Okay, yeah, never mind then. Yeah, that's right. So, so his squad is decimated though. So in the future.
Yes.
Okay.
Just him and me, mano a mano.
That has no effect on the initiative.
Okay. Okay, sounds good.
Alrighty, so that's Rock.
It's NPCs now? 3 of them?
Yes.
I've got one advantage left. I'll pass a boost.
Wait,
All right. Well,
you have only 1 left. Did you take the rest to recover strain?
No,
You didn't crit because he did the...
Well, you did crit, but that destroyed a minion instead of actually critting.
Oh, okay, never mind.
Then I have 2 left. I'll recover 2 strain. Then.
I'll say I would worry about your strain, then boost.
Yeah.
All right. Now that you're directly in his way, the biggest one is going to engage you.
Booyah! 2 melee defense.
Feel so proud.
Oh yeah, I'm gonna murder this guy.
Okay.
Except for your huge soak doesn't apply to him.
No, I still have 1 soak apply. Breach ignores 10 soak.
Oh, that's right, you got 11 now. So.
I have 11 soak now.
I'm gonna flip, and he's gonna swing. Okay. That is 12 damage, but breach 1, so you only have 1 soak to put against that.
That's fine. Let's see, so I take 11 damage.
Man, this guy is never going to be able to crit. It's kind of sad. But
there's scale armor for Rock. No, actually, I just need the cortosis quality, and then I'll be fine. Cortosis is sort of the last thing I want for major upgrades for Rock. Everything else after that is superfluous.
It's pretty major. It's like 10 grand plus upgrades for however finding it is going to be hard.
Yeah.
Okay, and so that's him. That leaves me with 2. His squad is gone, so I need to take that out of my little sheet. All right, and so another. Oh yeah, there was one big one that was still engaging Saber, but he was scared. So that's 6 setback now.
Actually,
he's succeeded. I forgot about that.
Yeah, he's just disarmed, and he's taken strain. So there was 1 engaged with Urus and 1 engaged with me.
Yeah, the one that's engaged with you is going to go first. Might as well still flip. Keep that trading.
Yeah. Dang it.
That is... Yeah, that was just 8 damage, isn't it?
So does he... Wait, did he take a maneuver to pick up his sword then?
Oh, yeah, he did.
Okay.
So yeah, that's 8 pierce 2.
Okay, so that's 2 more damage. Yeah, I'm actually getting up there.
Man, just one of these. I wish one of these guys would get an advantage to crit. It's just threat. Lucky
Yeah, and actually, I haven't had to use it too much, but Saber, because of Neiman Disciple, has a special ability that increases the advantage you need for crit.
By how much?
By 1. But I can do it as an incidental. So
Okay. All right, so that just leaves the other thug. Who is he engaged with?
Urus.
Eris.
Oh yeah, because you moved it up to him. All right, so he is going to swing at you.
And just be one melee defense because I don't have my sword out.
Okay, so that's 8 damage, pierce 2 again.
Alright, hold on. He took threat. So let me look that up.
Oh, I mean, some of
he's-
us are going to start going down.
He's also disoriented because of my shock suit. Or storm charge suit.
Nice.
All right.
And
Yeah,
how much damage did he do?
8 pierce 2.
Oh, so with Pierce he does 2.
Yeah. I hit Rebecca in a shock suit for a little bit. He mainly just gave people hugs to shock them, though.
Yeah, the extra 8. Now, does the 8 strain from Despairs, does that go through soak? Or because it just says 8 strain to strain threshold. Or it doesn't say, like, ignoring soak or anything.
I think, yeah,
I think if it doesn't say so, it has to go through soak.
yeah, because if it would have to say specifically, like, stun damage, like the verbiage of stun damage 8.
Yeah. It says apply 8 strain to strain threshold, is all it says.
That is a tough one.
Yeah, I mean, because that one's a lot of, like, it's just verbiage. There's not a lot of mechanics really clarified. I think it's a little difficult, but I would say so probably would apply.
All right, so he looks a little hassled, but he's still up.
He's like, shock.
Okay.
I touched my finger on the metal door.
Yeah, so it's PCs now. So do you want to go first, Eris?
Sure, I'll take maneuver to get out my sword. And that'll be it.
You're not going to attack?
Yeah, no, I meant like I'm not going to do any extra stuff because it's just going to be attack and strain, so.
Oh.
It sucks with him being a pacifist because he can crit on one freaking advantage. So that is...
Well, don't we flavor stun crits?
13, 14...
We still allow stun crits, don't we?
14, pierce 4.
No, he's down.
Oh, wow. Okay.
And I will remove 1 strain, and then I'll pass a boost and then a floating booster with the other 3.
All right, now there's just the big guy and the biggest guy. Whoop, man.
And 5 turn now, I think.
Yeah, either fire or saber.
Xenology check. I'll have me do it real quick. Actually, I'm gonna run the saber and hit him with the stem.
Oh, okay.
Yeah. So I will. Yeah, I think I need to take a strain to do that, but I will do that.
Yeah, sounds good to me.
Now, is applying stem's a maneuver or an action? Is it just a maneuver?
It's a maneuver.
Maneuver to ready, maneuver to apply.
Okay, I didn't know that.
That takes me down to 8. That's pretty good. I think I'm going to throw the door at this guy.
Well, I still have my action. I use my 2 maneuvers. No,
Yeah.
you're good. Never mind. No, you're good. Yeah.
Roll your xenology.
Now, for future reference, that gunjack splice, would that be the same rules like maneuver to get ready and maneuver to use it?
Well, it's around your neck, right? You can just sort of grab
I would say so.
Yeah. Okay, so is Fi not going to do a xenology check?
Well, what's the difficulty? So I can roll it. Might as well.
Well, wait. So how did you inject the stem?
I can only actually get over there and pull it out. I can't actually inject it this turn.
Oh, yeah, that's a good point.
Yeah, I just realized that'd be 3. So
Yeah.
I will still take the 2 strain, so I can still do my xenology check this turn.
Oh yeah, I keep thinking that you two are beside each other for that saber retreated and farther
I would
back.
have had to move into engaged either way.
Yeah. Yeah. Okay. So, but you can still do the check, right?
Yeah. Okay.
Yeah, the Xenology check is going to be hard with 2 setback. Again, for lack of having a database to go
Gotcha.
off of.
Okay, I'll get to knock off 1. So, you're not gonna upgrade it on me, are you? Just,
Nah,
I don't want to go too fast this time. Then you'll be like, "What
I
you
like
doing?" No,
What a
they are.
lovely pigmentation.
And they're angry.
They are not, okay.
See?
Here's your advantage. They are not native to Yavin.
How about this? I will
Uh.
ignore that and just heal strength.
No.
Okay, so I assume the door is like a Silhouette 2 door,
Fine.
because it's pretty heavy stone and stuff.
Well, no, it's Silhouette 1 because I said it wasn't that much bigger than you.
Oh, okay. Okay,
Could use advantage to know what exactly shade of red.
yeah.
Mauve.
Scarlet.
let's see. I want to push this guy away from me, but I also want to do more damage. Is there anything of Silhouette 2 or 3 size around?
How does the move check deal with ripping something from its moorings? Is that just a talent?
Yeah, it's
Yep.
the talent that actually lets you do that.
Okay. There is no individual object that's Silhouette 1, greater than Silhouette 1 than you can find, but you could try ripping a piece of the wall off at Silhouette 2. But that might have consequences.
Depending on if I get a despair.
Maybe. Maybe not.
Could be despair, could be GM Dark Side points. Who knows?
Yeah. I guess I'm just going to go ahead and just toss this guy back into the room like all the others. But this time I'm going to... Okay, you already took down the one guy, right? I'm going to throw him at the big guy.
Rock is kind of in the way of that.
Oh. I just want him off of me. Okay, we'll see what I can do. Hopefully just a lot of successes. So is this guy a nemesis?
The guy you're throwing? No.
Okay, so it's not going to... He can't use... he's not force sensitive?
No. He can't
Okay.
resist.
So he can't resist. That's the question I was getting at the end of the day. Which means goodbye.
Oh wow, all the lights off.
Do you ever
yeah,
see
I'm
that
gonna-
movie where they have people that are just pulled into the sky at random times? Imagine it looks a little like that.
Yeah. So I have to flip to activate the strength upgrade, which gives me a strain. But otherwise, actually, I'll take 2 strain to activate the range upgrade as well. I'll toss him back into the room, doing 16 damage. And I'll use the advantage to recover 2 strain.
You'll hear a squish and then no more.
Okay. Okay, so that means 2 of the big guys are down, right? So there's just a minion group and the biggest guy?
I thought all the minions were gone.
Yeah,
All I
there's
know
just
is
the
that-
biggest guy.
Yeah, I thought there was just the... Yeah, I think there's just the biggest guy left.
Okay. Okay, so he's just at the top.
Yeah, because one one group left in the squad, killed themselves, I guess.
One group left, another one was... What did happen to that one group? Oh yeah, no, there's still one minion group that backed away from Rock, but didn't do anything else.
Oh, that's right. They followed him, the one dude, back to long range and then never came back out.
No, that was his squad group that went back.
Okay, so I think you should have rolled another minion group when you were doing the
Well, I rolled 5, and then I had one join the leader in a squad, and then I had another one pop back up. So there always have been 3 minion groups.
Okay, so the topmost one, I guess, is still there, and the big guy as well.
Okay, because I'm
Yeah,
confused.
seems about right, because I know I had the big guy roll his, and then... Or maybe I rolled 5 including the big guy. That may have been what I'm thinking. At this rate, I'm going to say it's just the biggest guy. I don't really want to slow this down with just is there one more group that you guys need to steamroll before you can move on?
I mean, we're into round 3. This is a significant combat for us.
I'll say. We can say there's another minion group in front of yours. He doesn't care. You just stunted him anyways.
Yeah. Okay. If the biggest guy's left, he gets to go, and then it's all of us.
Okay. Would he go after Saber, who's actually out of the room now, or we keep? Yeah, no, he still see Rock in the way if Rock hasn't backed down.
Nope.
Yep. All right. So he'll go after Rock, and it's just how much melee defense? 2 or 1?
2.
Okay. So that's that with that, and then he's.
Wait, are we at top of the new order then?
Yeah, we're at the top of round 3.
Yeah. So he's okay, and in this case, I am gonna flip. And also, does he have that? I wonder if I gave that to him. Oh no, that's just specific situations. Rolling. Ooh. All right. Yeah. Let's do that. Okay, so that is 9, 10, 11, 12, 13 damage with breach.
So I take 12.
I think that
And
puts you
then
like, right
with
at
that triumph, yep, he's gonna crit.
All right, I have 1 rank in durable.
Okay, so that's gonna be plus 10 then, because he has lethal blows too. Where did I put that? There we go.
Let's hope he doesn't get the free attack.
35, 45, bowled over. The target is knocked prone and suffers 1 strain.
We can handle that. At least it wasn't a wound. That put you right at your threshold.
So, PC slot.
Yes, since he's the only one left.
Yeah.
Okay.
All of us.
So it is.
Well, if it doesn't matter who goes next, I want to. Can I hit Saber with the stim?
I assume you took one of the maneuvers in that process last time, right?
Yeah, I pulled it out. I read it last time.
Yeah, you can do that.
So boom. And then I will do nothing else.
You can do a medicine check. I'm easy now.
Well, if you're easy, I guess I'll give it a shot.
Wait, how? Did you only take 1 maneuver to get it ready? Then you still need the 2.
Well, no, I did 2 maneuvers to get over there. 1 to ready, 1 to poke him. I'll take another 2 strain, I suppose. I actually forget what distance I was from him. I think I was in short, but I don't know. If I have to, I'll just take another 2 strains, up to 9, and I will, for my action, heal this poor man. All right, so that's 2, 1 strain, and an advantage. So whatever that.
And if he had a crit, that would help
Yeah.
a lot.
Yeah.
But sadly, the big bad hasn't gotten close yet.
The triumph is you get to mock him about having to patch him up.
Oh, why you're such in bad Oh, that's racist and Asian.
Well, then I'd like to upgrade Saber's next check.
Viewers, please disregard that last comment.
I've raised his spirits.
Yeah, sure, I'll give you that. He feels the rush of medical drugs that's apparently don't dull his senses.
Okay.
Who put pepper in
Yeah,
there?
we'll see if I get to use that. Okay, so
I would like to go next because I'm going to see if I can take this guy out.
All right.
I'm going to spend a maneuver to stand up, and then I'm going to frenzied blows.
And I'm gonna flip, so that's gonna be 3 red, 2 black again.
That's fine. I'm going to flip to make that 7 yellow, and I'm going to try to.
Gosh, you're throwing
gonna try
Bolton's
to-
intellect around.
And I'm so you upgrading would be 2 red, 1 purple, and then I'm upgrading to do the double stab, so it's 3 red, right?
Yeah. You added 1 yourself because you're doing the frenzy blow, and then I upgraded that.
Oh no,
So-
frenzied blows.
No.
Just
The dual wielding is what he meant, not the frenzy.
dual
Oh
wielding.
yeah, well,
Uh,
whichever thing added the.
Yeah.
Okay,
I'm doing both.
so let's actually pause a second. So 3 upgrades from adversary gives you 2 red, 1 purple. Flipping the destiny gives you another red, and then trying to do both weapons at once gives you another difficulty.
Is
So it's going to
adversary
be
3?
yeah, that's what you said, right? Adversary 3.
Yeah. I did. I thought he did dual wielding last time.
Oh.
I've lost count of what's going on.
So I think you should be rolling another purple, basically.
Okay.
Yeah.
Wait,
It
3 red. Yeah, if he's
it seems like it
adversary
should
3,
have
he'll
been
be...
three red, 1 purple,
Alrighty.
and 2 black.
Okay, so then here goes my attempt to stab him twice. And I do. So that's 10, so that'll be 15 damage twice.
15 damage twice. That sounds a little like a lethal hit to me. Oh wait, no. Oh.
Maybe
No,
not.
never mind.
He's not
15
down?
twice. That would be. Oh wait. Oh. No. He's still up, but looking bloodied as hell.
Damn.
He's actually leaning on his weapon now, using it to keep himself up, but he's like glaring. He's not glaring at Rock, he's looking past Rock down the hall, where he knows Saber is.
Oh. Well, Saber wants to throw his weapon at him.
Oh, by all means.
Go for it. Because I'm not going to be able to kill him. He's probably just going to stab me or sneeze on me.
I already have a free upgrade. Never mind. Yeah, so his discipline 2 red, 1 purple.
Yes, but I'll flip to make that 3 red.
Okay. Sure. 5 discipline it is. Yeah, it happens. So, I mean, technically it does 13 damage, but I think it should apply breach as well. Because I'm basically throwing it into him.
Well, are you throwing the lightsaber or the sword?
I'm throwing his own weapon at him. So I want to grip it.
Yeah,
and
well,
stab
yeah,
the
it still
weapon.
has breach, so yeah, it goes right through him.
So you just from the distance you see actually maybe a bit of a glow around Saber, a reddish glow because of the lightsaber channeling the light through the hallway. You see a reddish glow around Saber, his hand outstretched. It rips the glowing pike from him and just renders him with it.
Acha!
Ow.
You hear nascent groans throughout the halls. They appear to just echo off one another, but they don't appear to be aggressive, and you don't see any more eyes appear.
So there's no bodies, right?
Yeah. What am I feeling right now? Am I the master now of this place?
Well,
You
can ask
feel that the
people.
presence that surrounded you has faded, but you also feel that the power you were taking from it faded as well.
Oh, okay.
I'm going to pick up this guy's staff or stick or whatever it is.
It's no longer glowing.
Oh, interesting.
So is it just a normal spear now?
As far as you can tell.
Well, I'm going to take it anyway. Because he had a weapon outside of a lightsaber that actually hurt me. So I'm taking that.
A nice trophy regardless.
Yeah.
All right. So you actually do notice that the electronics you're using to enhance your sight, they have regained normal functionality. And further near the back of the chamber, you see the message pod. With a very large man-sized dent in it now. Apparently someone was thrown into it. But it is tipped on its side, and it looks like several chunks of metal have been clawed away, but it looks otherwise functional. At least the device you're using to find it is still reading it as functional.
All right. I want to try to gain access to its juicy intel.
Saber will tell you that this intel is for Borga and Riom. That's what it's used for. We're getting it to them first.
Well, no, but I'm trying to make it easier on them. If I can do it for them, they'll view us as, more useful assets.
No,
Shower
Chim
us
Chim
with more
said this.
rewards.
Chim Chim said, "Listen to Borga." Borga said, "Get this back to him."
So,
I'm inclined to agree. I think we should grab it and go. If you can't see Phi, allow me to illuminate the fact that a lot of my servos and other bits are currently exposed, and I am heavily damaged. And unlike you organics, I don't naturally repair myself to the extent that you guys can, or that you can. I actually need someone like Balkan or Jokin, or someone with any mechanical skill to sort of patch me up.
Oh, so are you admitting that you're inferior to us? No.
Well, I'm not being inferior to you at all. I'm saying that I merely possess a slight design flaw because of my inorganic nature. However, I am still far easily and more expediently repaired than organics are. And I can be repaired back to 100% normal strength, whereas organics who suffer wounds like mine tend to carry those inefficiencies with them throughout the rest of their life, never truly being back to where they were. So,
So mean.
Okay, if Rock is feeling a little too damaged, Saber will just levitate the pod and the pieces onto the sled so we can get going.
Kyle, roll that against formidable. If you can guess the skill I want you to use for it.
Is he getting close to the pod?
We are finding that out right now.
Did you get close to the pod?
I'm going to say Rock is a bit too damaged for that, especially since he has someone else doing his work.
Hey, I can still drag the pod.
Okay, yeah, you see Phi clearly getting close to the device. Message pod,
Grab-
you can see that she has a device in her hand.
I'm going to walk up to her and grab her by the back of her clothing and just pick her up.
Yours will stab the light, like his big
I
great
retreat.
sword between it.
You might see Saber's hand start to raise as you get closer.
all right, 1 second. I have a contingency plan just for this.
Drop
I
another
think I wanted
plasma
this
grenade.
first.
Now here's smoke in your eye!
Pocket sand.
Pocket sand.
Sorry.
Can I just pick her up?
I think we can
Hey,
start to
here's
the.
the thing. I am gonna say I was just gonna push the cart. I will lie through my teeth.
The cart's at the top.
Can you roll against 4 red, 1 purple, please?
I can. Let's see what happens. I don't get any setback anyway. Oh no! I was totally lying. I was lying so hard.
So to the third, that means Saber stabs her.
I think what I do is I tell you that Bulkin told me to put this thing on the thing.
Oh, you actually.
You know what? I find that a perfectly acceptable use of despair.
Just force choke her for a few seconds. That's fine.
Yeah. Saber will actually destroy whatever device you were trying to put on it.
Oh, so mean.
You don't even have to roll for that. It crumples up. It was not made to be that durable.
It turns into a force ball, and then a force trash can comes out of nowhere.
Anyway, I never actually got around to examining it because we're too busy.
Or if you didn't examine it, then you don't know what the hell it was.
Fine. Be that way. Anyway.
Get off this planet.
So, can we get back to the ship without any checks, or do we need to make some checks to get back?
No, the path you paved was a pretty clear one. You just may want to wave goodbye to those poor stormtroopers you crushed. However, when you do get near the ship, you start hearing the telltale noise of, oh, and I got rid of it. All right, never mind. You hear British people speaking. It's like, we have located the errant ship, but there's no sign of the crew.
Mm.
And when you, I guess I can move this since you're far, far away from the temple now.
Is that your relative's wife?
Oh, their accents aren't nearly that awful. You do see that there is a man in a very, very light uniform. He appears to be more prestigious than just a stormtrooper sergeant, and he's ordering a few of the men around.
How many men are there? Can we tell, or?
Could I have made a quick mechanics check on poor Mr. Thing before we left?
Yeah, I don't think any of us have repair
Yeah, you
patches.
may. I guess it'd be average.
Do you have
have the
repair
right
patches
tools.
on
I
your
have the right
rock?
tools.
Wait. Do you have a toolkit?
Nope. So I'm at the step back from not having the right tools.
Well, you can't make the check at all. It's a
Can't.
toolkit that lets you make the repair check on droid.
Well, that looks like you're blind, man.
Yeah, do you not have any repair patches?
No, I used the last of them up on the mission before the beach.
No.
All right,
Yeah,
you know what? I have a plan, guys.
I do have a utility belt.
How far are these guys away?
You were able to hear them from quite a distance away. They didn't look like they were trying to hide themselves, so you can be whatever distance you want to be from them.
All right. I say we're gonna be at medium, guys. All right. I want to hijack their frequency.
All right. They're broadcasting openly because they're stupid, so I'm going to say that's an average computer's check.
All right. Good.
Oh, you might just send them the wrong direction, right?
That's the plan. Fucking finally. Although I'm about to pass out from strain if I have to take this as strain damage.
I don't think you'll have to take that as strain damage.
All right, good. Then I will proceed to make the best, most deceiving check I can. And I will say, where was the temple we just were?
That was like, that had to be at least 10 kilometers away.
All right,
if
well,
even that.
Which direction?
I will say that
West.
Okay.
this is patrol. This is patrol. We spotted by the temple over there, and the random grid coordinates. I can't think
Okay,
right now,
that is
so-
going to be a deception
Yeah.
against army officer, so it's going to be 2 red, 1 purple with 2 setback die.
All right,
One
I get
for
to
your
ignore, I get to ignore
one
the
for your
setback.
for your poor protocol, and another for your choppiness in the signal.
Luckily enough, I do get to ignore both setbacks. And I'm gonna
Oh,
spend a
yay.
destiny. Roll. Oh.
Can someone be assisting her? I don't know if anyone could say anything convincing.
If any of you can pull a good British accent right here and now, I'll let you give her unskilled assistance. I want to hear it.
Don't everyone jump at once.
Don't take the bait, guys. Take the loss. Move on.
If you can make me laugh, I'll give you the boost anyway.
Oh, you know what? I got
Bloody
lost.
wanker! They wanted the temple.
Bloody wanker.
East of the ship. East.
Okay, yeah, I'll let you roll that boost.
Yes.
Roger, Patrol, we're on our way. And all the stormtroopers gather at a nearby Sentinel-class shuttle, and it takes off and leaves.
All right, let's get the fuck out of here. Why don't you guys trust me to play with this thing anyway? Come on, you guys are so neat.
Totally worth it. All right, and so you're actually able to take off without any hindrance, because
keep the
you
scrambler up.
point them in the completely wrong direction. When you do lift off, you notice a large amount of Star Destroyers. However, and it's all dark side too. What about that? For the interest of time, I will say that they all appear to be gathered on the wrong side of the planet for some reason.
Oh.
And you're able to make it back to Borga's base. However, when you approach, you see that a new ship has arrived, and it is so big it's docked to the side. It is the blockade bandit that Isotech was able to salvage from Raxus Prime in relatively better condition than it was when you first left the planet. It's docked to the side now.
Also, it's less blown up.
I I want to try
Yes.
hacking it again.
Apparently, Cat Cheek's big betrayal was for nothing.
You
So
actually
yeah, you can just
see.
pull into the hangar and you
I guess
see.
you're just standing over it there, Saber.
Yes, I am.
I'll fucking leave it alone. You guys gotta trust me more often. I know what I'm doing.
Then you see,
I'll radio Balkan with what happened to his device before we get there.
Falcon just curses at you, especially when you told him that you spilled the beans. If you did.
Well, I double despaired, but I think he used that to destroy my thing. So
You tell him double despair, he'd be like, what? What despair? What are you talking about?
You know those red dot.
Breaking the fourth wall.
I have a. That's another story. So you all show up. You see Balkan and Riom are there, and an astromech is projecting a hologram of Katala. And when you exit the ship with the pod, I hope, Riom looks satisfied, Balkan looks nonplussed as usual, and Katala looks mildly intrigued, with a, thumb and finger perched on her chin, under her chin.
I'm going to be using the spear that I took off the big guy as sort of a crutch and go, hey, Balkan, no problems.
Yes, looks like it is another normal mission for our team.
And
I'm going to wink and go,
We have a surprising lack of critical hits on us, actually, so that's not too bad.
Yeah, because my frickin' advantage was as elusive as hell.
Almost everybody you were rolling extra blacks too.
Yeah, that too. You and your defense. I really need to work on my NPCs, though.
It just happened that this small group had a really good defense against melee.
Yeah. I mean, that's the thing. Saber is not going to go into sense, so he can't get the 2 reds that Hank always has.
All right. Well, we can say that for after this, since we still need to wrap this up. Balkan, Riom, and Katala all kind of usher the device into another room that actually looks like it's well equipped to deal with this. Any of you want to mention, since you all know about Balkan's attempt to take it all for himself?
no.
Saber would mention that to Borga specifically if Borga contacts him.
All right. That can be dealt with in a bit. But Riom, Katala hooks up the astromech to the... Basically, the astromech hooks up for Katala, Balkan hooks his brain directly up to it, and Riom starts poking and prodding it with a data pad and a spike. And so basically they're all pulling information off of it, and eventually they all back off, and they, even for Balkan look mildly impressed, and Katala, surprisingly considerate for you, switches the astromech over to projection, and she shows what looked like an assortment of crystals. And she says, this message pod apparently had the research notes whatever team was using to construct the super laser for the Death Star that comes across with several procurement sites and alignment techniques. It's quite fascinating how they were able to use natural energy through the Kyber crystal to focus it into such a devastating device. Riom looks at it and he nods, very impressed. If we're with Borga's help, we can probably use several of these procurement sites for our own use. Who knows? Perhaps we'll be building our own super laser one day. Balkan just snorts, a bit nonplussed. But then the astromech switches over and it starts projecting a hologram of Borga. And he nods and he goes, excellent work, agents. I expected the best out of you, and you were not only able to bring the ship back completely intact, but you were also able to bring the pod relatively intact as well. And he gestures over to the giant crater that Saber put in it.
Wait, when did I do that? Oh, in the pod. The pod,
when you pushed the big guy, that's what he landed on.
Mm-hmm.
But as Borg continues, but the data was procured without flaw, and it looks like this cooperative effort between us was a success. I shall forward the credits to your account as soon as I am able. With that, the hologram disappears. Gratala doesn't reemerge. The astromech just scoots off to its own destination, and Riom moves over to a data console. Balkan, in the meantime, will see that Rock is in devastated state, and with a kind of apologetic nod, since he understands that work came before helping out a comrade that actually had proven himself. What are you rolling?
Oh, sorry. I just want to see if I could have made it. I was about to complain. Why couldn't I have gotten this roll earlier? Sorry, GM. I didn't mean to derail your.
Well, it's just you just keep rolling. It's like, what the fuck are you doing?
While Vulcan's repairing me, I'm going to let him know, Vulcan. I brought back the weapon that was able to hurt me, was able to damage me in such a gratuitous fashion. Anything you can tell me about it or how it works would be most appreciative. I've never been damaged this much or this extensively.
Balkan puts it to the side for the moment as he does your repairs. He's able to hear that crit too.
Awesome.
So that's 6 wounds back. I assume with what the facility has to offer, it can also help you patch up whatever holes are left. And so while you do that, he looks at the spear, and when you come back, he says, I'm not sure how this was able to get through your armor so well. It appears just to be a well-made spearhead. The wood itself is generic as all hell. It looks like this is probably just wood they got off Yavin IV. The spearhead is made from regular metals. It's cut very well, but other than that, I'm not sure how they were able to get past your armor.
Well, it was glowing when he wielded it. I'm going to take the spear and just sort of tap it against my arm, like trying to make it cut through. I'm guessing it just bounces off.
It scuffs the plating a bit, but otherwise, yes.
Well, it's a fine trophy. The guy I took it off of was larger than I was, so it'll make a fine trophy.
Perhaps I shall consult with Phi just to discuss what you guys found.
Yes.
And I guess also Saber can try and pull the astromech aside, and he can summon Borga personally, if you want to go through that conversation.
Yeah, I mean, so Saber would do that just to indicate to Borga that Dr. Oppen seems to be having his own. He has his own
Agenda?
agenda. Yeah, that's the word. Thank you.
Well, I know it was difficult to bring him in on this task, but it seemed in this case that we needed each other. But trust me, with future endeavors, I shall make sure to keep that role further away from our prize.
You should know that you can always count on me.
I know that. I certainly know that now, Saber. Thank you. And, he gives a big bulbous nod before the hologram disappears.
Bye, fat slug.
I heard that. You're fired. Go work with them now.
After I'm repaired and
Okay.
buffed and whatnot, I'm gonna go try to find that astromech droid or try to make contact with Borga. So I'd like to ask him a few things. Ask of him a few things.
Oh, I see. I left you too early. I didn't know so many of you wished to talk.
Well, it's more of something of a bit of a necessity I've found. People like Saber who have those energy weapons, the Blade of Light. I was attacked by someone who had a similar weapon on Yavin IV, and I remember some time ago, Phi mentioned that there were certain rare metals that were incredibly resistant to those types of weapons.
Well, Caddock told you that he had that it was cortosis because you asked him when he fought when the base was destroyed and he fought and the lightsaber wielding person
Oh, the Inquisitor wasn't able to cut through your staff. Yeah.
So you know what cortosis is.
Yeah. And Caddock mentioned that there's an alloy called cortosis that is impenetrable, or at least incredibly resistant to those types of weapons. And you being such a magnanimous employer and being one of such vast reach and import, I'm curious to know if you have any contacts who may be able to procure stone, so that it may be so that it can be incorporated into my body or into my form to make me a much stronger shield for you, for the broker, and for our allies. Our allies.
Flattery will get you nowhere, my friend. However, I do believe I have some contacts on Mandalore that could be at least talked to, if nothing else. Yes, perhaps I might be able to procure some of this material for your use.
I would be incredibly grateful if you could, and I would be more than happy to contract out my services as well as pay for the material, as well as pay for any costs incurred in acquiring the material.
Yes, I believe we can discuss this at a later date when I actually have some of this metal for you to use.
Thank you very much, Borga.
Yeah. I assume Saber's overheard this. Okay. Saber, overhearing this, is interested as well.
Oh, Borka loves you. He'll tell you anyway. Hey,
Borka,
that
have
droid
you
of yours
seen-
is looking for cortosis. Don't let him get it.
Orga, have you seen Chum Chum?
I told him that there might be Star Destroyers on Yavin IV, and he didn't follow the mission. I think he's somewhere in the garrison now trying to find an admiral or someone to interrogate.
Okay.
You want to go back? All right. So I think with everyone having their nice chat with Borga done, I think that will be where we sign off. So thank you, one and all, for playing or watching and listening to Shadow the Broker 25, Spoilers of War. We'll see you next time.